Okay, I just started recording. So I'm
I
recording our
guess you're
stream now so I can put it up later and it won't be terrible.
such a mess. Yes.
Yeah, okay, let me play the intro one more time now that I'm recording. All right. Welcome everybody to the video slash live stream. I am recording this now because my Wi-Fi is terrible here, unfortunately. But today I am joined with my friend Dom or Detroit Tiger. How
But
you doing, Dom?
hey, how's it going, y'all? I'm doing pretty good. I'm a cute little tiger anime girl because I don't have a video camera for you guys, so you guys get to admire a cute tiger. So congratulations.
Mm, yes, exciting. And also, this is we actually I'm gonna let everybody in on this little secret. We actually just said the question I'm about to say, but I'm now recording this for you guys to watch, so hopefully it's not as bad of quality because of the bad Wi-Fi. But Dom, two questions for you. One, uh, have you seen
Mm.
any of the Saw movies before?
No, I have not actually seen any of the I've seen like a little bits of the gameplay, like the video gameplay, but I've never actually sat down and watched one because I'm not a big horror fan.
What do you mean? Wait, the video gameplay. What do you mean by that?
There's a Saw video game.
Oh, there is? I am a fake fan. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
You know more than me.
yeah, no, there's a Saw video game. I think it's I think it's based off one of the movies where you're like doing all the traps and stuff, and if you don't do it's like a time trial thing. You got to do it in a certain time, or you get killed.
Yeah, that's how they do it in the movies too. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'll definitely have to look into that. Wow. Let us know in the comments if it's a good game. Have you
It's an
played
old
it?
game. I don't know.
Have you played
I
it before?
I have not. I mean, like I said, I've only watched like 5 minutes of it, and I'm like, this sucks, and then kind of like hopped off because I didn't know any of the movies.
Oh, sure. That's fair.
And also, then I was I was expecting to watch the movies then, so I was like, "Ooh, I don't want to spoil it for myself." But then I just was like, I don't really care about horror.
Fair enough, fair enough. Um, and then the other thing I wanted to point out that we already did before I started recording for the video, Dom, this is your first time, technically, ever being on my channel. Now, anybody who has paid for my Patreon page before, which is like two people, you two, if you're watching this, know what that video is that Dom did with me. Although you probably don't know because he doesn't have his face cam, so you can't tell what he looks like. But we technically did a video before, but if you're new to my channel, then you don't know this. But if you're not new to my channel, you know I like to keep things family friendly. And Dom and I remember a couple years ago, Dom, you came over and we were gonna film a video, and we filmed a video, and I feel like I remember just being like, I don't know. We need something better. And so I pulled up a video. I was like, Dom will like this. And then you and I watched it together. And then I edited it together. Thought this is hilarious, but on a family-friendly channel, I don't know. I don't think I can put that out. So it's now an exclusive on the Patreon page. So crazy. But how's it? How is
Yeah,
it? You're
I
finally
mean,
you're officially on the channel.
well, so far, yeah, I'm officially on the channel until I say something messed up again. I'm probably gonna get us canceled like faster than anybody. So we're gonna see how it goes. So I'm gonna try and keep it PG. That's hard for me because I kind of cuss like a sailor. But yeah, it seems gonna be pretty fun.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. So now I think it's without further ado, I think we just get into what we're gonna do tonight. And that is, drum roll please. And there it is. We're doing a tier list of all. Oh, that was great. Wait, what? Do that again.
That it's the Discord soundboard.
Hey, that's fire. That's fire. Yes, We are doing a Saw
Yeah.
Trap tier list based on if we're able to survive or not. Now, I have seen all of the Saw movies, and there is a new Saw movie coming out next week, a week from today, which is why we're doing this live stream, because I thought, well, new Saw movie coming out, might as well do something Saw related. And I know I'm wearing a Friday the 13th sweatshirt right now, but you know what? It's like one of the only things I got that's horror based. But if you guys have any suggestions for good Saw apparel,
Poser.
let me know in the comments. Yeah, well, it's all I got. So okay, let me share this with you, Dom, real quick, so you can actually see the
All right.
board. Hopefully this doesn't break my computer trying to share it with you, but let's see. Maybe? Come on, Discord.
I was expecting a loud explosion and then screaming.
Okay, I tried. It's not working. Let's do this, Dom. Since the stream is probably too glitchy to watch,
Hmm.
uh, if you go your phone, you're not using your phone for anything right now, are you?
No.
Okay, could you go to
Just
tiermaker.com
send it to me. Yeah.
and go to, well, I don't have it on my phone. I have it on the computer.
Oh.
If you go to tiermaker.com and then type in all the saw traps tier list, it should come up.
So all saw trap tier tier
Actually, if you're on
list.
tiermaker.com, you probably don't have to type in tier list, but still, just it's called all the saw traps.
I did it anyway.
Okay, well,
I'm a big boy. I do what I want. Which
yeah.
one would it be?
It's called all the saw traps, and then in brackets, saw spiral tier list maker is what it's called.
All right, I see it. All right.
All right, you got it?
Yep. You know what? Let me just pop this up on my computer because I can do that.
Okay.
Tier maker.
But yes, ladies and
All
gentlemen,
saw.
and just people of all ages, we are going to be determining which ones we can survive. I'm.
There we go.
Oh, you got it pulled up? You got it pulled up, Tom?
Yeah, I got him.
Okay, cool. Oh, I see. Discord is. My voice is delayed, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit delayed, but
Okay.
what can you do?
Yeah. All right. So real quick, I am pulling up the saw traps so that I have the like descriptions of them. Since you've never seen the Saw movies, uh, I thought reading a little tiny description of each one and then we break it down and determine whether we could survive it or not. But before we do that, let's look at the tiers. So I don't know if they're the same on yours as they are on mine. Um, but
Yeah.
the top tier, I named all these myself. The top tier is called Game Over. That means anything that's in that part of the tier.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have that.
Okay, that's fine. Well, nevertheless, the top tier is called Game Over, and basically anything that's in that tier, that means we aren't surviving that. Like, if you wake up and you realize that that's the trap you're in, you don't even try. Like, it's game over. You're dead. So that's that tier. Right below that is called I'm a try, which means you wake up and you're like, oh gosh, like I'm probably gonna die, but you know what? I could kind of see a way out. Let me try. Then we just have maybe, because it's like, I could maybe get out of this. And you're also like, well, maybe not, but maybe, right? And then lucked out means, oh, okay, this sucks, but could be a lot worse. I think I might be able to get out of this one. And then ready to play. Anything in ready to play means easy trap. Easy. I don't know if we're gonna have anything that goes in that, but that's the kind of tier that's like anything that goes in there is, oh my gosh, bro, he's not even testing me. I'm gonna get out of this. No problem. So those are the
All
tiers.
right.
Those are the tiers. Um, I think we're gonna be very top heavy, but that's okay. We'll just see what happens. So, you ready to go, Dom?
Yeah, I would say I'm ready to go.
Okay. The first one is called, and also we're going in movie order. So, with the first Saw movie, we have the razor wire maze. Okay? So basically with this one, uh the person is trapped almost so basic I'll put this in perspective of you, Dom. All right, so you wake up, you're trapped almost entirely naked in the back part of a basement. The largest part of the area was surrounded by a fence. The door leading out of the basement is located on the other side of the room beyond the fence. uh the area in which you woke up is filled with countless titans. Skein, it's razor wire. There's razor wire everywhere, and it's in between you and the door. You have to find a way through the wire to eventually get to a hole to the fence leading to the exit. And the door is connected to the timer, which will close after 2 hours, leaving you to die if you don't make it out before the timer expires. So what do you think?
Um. Mm, mm. Let me think about this one because this one would be. I mean, I would think. I mean, I've been cut by a couple razors before. They fucking suck. I mean, oh crap. They suck.
Oh wait, I didn't.
Uh,
You know how bad that is.
and
I didn't even expect. I didn't even hear it. I didn't even clock that you cursed when you did. I just was like,
yeah, no, I
I'm just
did.
listening to
Yeah.
Dom. I'm just listening to Dom. Like, that's how you know everything, guys. Who got
All
everybody
right.
who's watching? This is how you know when Dom said that he curses like a sailor. He wasn't lying. All right.
Because you're so used to it.
Oh God.
Um, but I feel like this one would be kind of like that one would be kind of easy to get out, but at the same time, it's going to suck. Like, I haven't seen the movie, so I don't really know um how bad it like is, but I would say I would say it's probably somewhere in the middle. I feel like I've seen worse Saw like traps
Oh,
from my knowledge of
there's way
what's
worse, way worse. I honestly think
yeah. So I would say that this one is
you. What were you saying?
what
Sorry, I forgot. The
I
delay
think
is
that
crazy.
it's like no, you're all good. I think that this one is just somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the middle.
Okay. Now, okay. So here's my thoughts on it. So looking at all these traps, even though realistically we're comparing just the one trap, right? We're thinking about could we make it out of this trap? And
Yeah,
I think I'm completely with you. I think it's gonna suck, but I think it's totally doable. So I would honestly say I'd probably put
yeah,
it.
it's totally doable.
I'd probably personally, I think I'd put it in I'm a try. Because I think I'm gonna wake up and be like, oh crap, but I'm gonna be like, nah, I think I can do this. What do you think?
I would say, yeah, I agree.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna try. Or wait, not I'm gonna try. I'm sorry, not I'm gonna try. That's wrong. I flipped the script. I meant to say lucked out. I think it's because I think it's I mean I kind of just explained what I was saying, but I forgot. I'm a try is meant to be like, oh, I don't think I'm making it out of this, but I guess I'll try anyway. But I feel like this one's more of, oh, I think I actually have a solid chance to make it out. You know, whether I'm injured or not.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting out. So I think that would be lucked out. So okay, cool. All right. The first one, and we're I was saying it's gonna be top heavy, but we only have one on the bottom now, close to the bottom. That's good. All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Also, is the
Oh,
tier
yep.
list
What?
supposed to be up?
My list,
Is the tier list? Yeah, the tier list.
like on the stream.
Yeah, on the stream.
Yeah.
It's not.
What? My computer's lying to me then. It literally shows it on the screen. Hold on, let me.
I was looking up
Gosh.
on my phone, and yeah, no, it's not on there.
Oh man. Okay, let me
I'm not
look.
gonna lie, I was looking at some of the traps, man. It makes my stomach crawl. Just like how f- how messed up someone has to be to make these traps. Like, just think of them. Like, what would it be a cool movie? Let's just hey, how about let's just cut someone's head off, or let's flip and get them addicted to heroin or whatever the heck it is.
Yeah, I know. Oh, gosh darn it. I was about to
But on the
see.
other ways, I'm just imagining these guys are all
No, sorry. Delay is crazy. I think I'm accidentally talking at the same time you're talking
yeah.
and not realizing it. Oh my gosh. Wow, Dom. The reason it's not on the screen,
What?
you know how you said it's not on the live
Hmm.
stream? Yeah, the reason is because it is so
Yeah.
delayed. It's like we haven't even gotten to the tier list on the live stream yet.
Holy snipe, snipe,
Oh,
jinkies.
bro, this is so uh when okay, when it eventually gets to this point in the live stream for all the people watching it live, I just want to apologize again for how terrible. This might be the worst stream I think I've ever done, and it's not because of the content or Dom. I mean, a little bit Dom, but not no, none of that. It's purely because the Wi-Fi
Can't even say my favorite
is
word.
the Wi-Fi is so bad. Ah, it's actually so bad. If it wasn't for the fact that I just don't want to try to do this again, I would be tempted to try to switch back to the other Wi-Fi. But like, uh, because it's gonna, hmm. I mean, there's no other
It might not
Wi-Fi.
even be better.
Yeah, it might not. I am gonna try. I it's the perfectionist inside me who's like, you're live streaming, but it's crap. Come on. Oh, oh, as soon as I switched over, it like popped in the yellow for a second. Red's bad, yellow's all right, and green's good.
Yeah.
It popped to yellow for like a second, and I was like, and then it popped back to red, unfortunately. Well, I'm not using my hotspot anymore. We're back to my the school I'm at's crappy Wi-Fi. Um, but that's okay.
Oh, that now I can see the live stream with the tier list.
Oh, so finally got to it. Nice. Nice. All right. Well,
Yeah.
let's just keep going and wait, actually, Dom.
Here, maybe. Yeah, try and live stream it now,
No,
or show it live.
I am still stream. It says I'm still streaming.
Yeah, no, I meant like in Discord.
Oh, oh, I can try, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it's. I still don't think it's gonna work. Oh, shoot! Wait, wait, wait!
It's
Oh
worth the
my gosh! Oh my gosh! No way! I think it's gonna work. All right, let's try it. Oh my gosh! I think it's working. Can you see it?
Slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yay! Let's go! I
All
also
right.
wait,
Well, it
Dom.
turns out your Wi-Fi is actually not that bad. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh dang! I was testing to see if the
Hello.
delay, if it was still delayed, but it is.
Yeah, it is delayed a little bit, but
Yeah,
eh.
it's still pretty bad. All right, it's fine. We're gonna keep moving. And I just realized, hold on, one more technical issue. I'm gonna put timestamps on the video that I end up uploading so that people can skip all this bull crap because this is terrible. I know if I was watching a live stream like this, I would not
It could be
watch.
worse.
But to be fair, as I said, I wouldn't watch a live
I
stream
have
that was this
actually
bad,
watched a
but
live stream.
you've never watched a live stream before?
No, I've watched one that was kind of this bad. The guy kept crashing and shit or and stuff in the interview.
Uh,
I'm trying, man.
I gotcha. No, I'm gonna no, but
You
when I
might not be
upload
famous.
what? What'd you say, Dom? Oh no.
You might not be family friendly anymore.
Oh, there you are. You like dipped out for a little while.
Hmm?
I couldn't hear you for a little while there.
Oh, it's just a glitch.
Okay. Um, all right. Yeah, so I'm gonna put timestamps in the description of this video so that people can skip all the bull crap and get to the good stuff. So, all right, let's get back to it. The next trap we have is called flammable jelly. Flammable jelly. All right, so here it is, Dom. Okay, so imagine this, right?
Okay.
You're trapped, completely naked again. I don't know why, but but this is the second one in a row. You're completely naked in a pitch dark room, only lightened by a small candle. Furthermore, you have there's a flammable substance smeared all over your body, as well as a slow acting poison coursing through your bloodstream. The only antidote is hidden inside a heavy safe right in front of you. In order to open it, though, you have to find the combination among hundreds of numbers written all over the walls. Due to the darkness, though, you're forced to take the candle and walk to the walls to see the numbers, while the entire floor of the room is covered in glass shards. Now, keep in mind, you're holding a candle in your hand and you're covered in stuff, flammable. You're flammable jelly. So, the slight mistake, or by the time the candle melts, you're gonna burn alive. So, thoughts?
Hmm. Um, this one's 100%. I'm a try. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm gonna make it, but I'm gonna definitely 100% try it. I think is uh is one that I would say that this is best case scenario for me.
I
Um,
100%
it's gonna
agree.
suck. I don't. Yeah,
Or
I don't think that there's any explanation needed because
this delay is crazy.
damn, this talk. Yeah,
Um, all right. Here I'm
but
gonna.
yeah, I think that we both agree on that one.
Yeah, I think so. I think we could try, but I think we're gonna die. I think we're gonna die, unfortunately. Um, Also, Dom, just a quick note. If I cut you off because of the delay, just keep talking because I can hear you because I don't know if you're wearing headphones, but I'm wearing headphones. So like even though I'm talking, I can still hear you. So
Okay.
just keep yeah, just keep talking uh so that we don't have awkward, the awkward pauses. So, okay.
All right.
Cool. Cool. All right, next. Oh, this is a classic. This is
Yeah, I know
actually the
exactly.
huh?
What?
What'd you say, Don?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you were oh, okay. Well anyways, yeah, so this is the probably the most famous, arguably the most famous Jigsaw trap out of all of the movies. Um, I even used it in the thumbnail for this live stream and we'll use it for the video. It's called the reverse bear trap. So basically, here we go. Time to envision this. You have just woken up. Um, Hold on. Okay, so you wake up and you're strapped to an arm. Your arms are strapped to armrests of a chair in the middle of a large room, and um, there's a mechanical contraption, aptly named the reverse bear trap, locked onto your head. The frontal part of the trap is hooked into your upper and lower jaw. The reverse bear trap jaws were forced together and held with tension. When the timer goes off, the tension will be released, allowing the jaws to freely spread apart with deadly force. And once the game begins, the trap will burst open and thereby rip your face apart. If you're unable to unlock the trap within 60 seconds, the key is inside the stomach of a random guy who is paralyzed um, on the ground and can't move. To obtain the key, though, you have to slice open his stomach with a knife lying next to him to get the key to unlock the contraption.
All right. This one, I mean, this one isn't as bad as the rubber or the fire one with the where you had there's many different numbers. And is the disabled guy still alive?
He is alive.
You know, in this situation, uh, screw your life, man. I want to live, so I'd probably cut the guy open. This is definitely one that I can I'll probably luck out on because I really don't care if it's either your life or my life. And if he's paralyzed, what like good is he to society anyway?
No,
Like
well,
just think about this.
he's not paralyzed. He's paralyzed in this situation because of because of drugs, not because of basically Jigsaw drugged him, paralyzing him for the trap.
Uh, you know, yeah, I'll still cut him open, man. I mean, I'll be quite honest. I mean, he's gonna be a drug addict once he gets out, so might as well just stab a guy. So this one's 100% lucked out.
I think I agree with you. Yeah. it's exactly what you said. It's his life or your life. And when it comes down to it, I think it's life or death. I think you're gonna do what it takes to survive. So I agree.
Yeah, that one's close to ready to play for me, but I mean, at the same
Really?
time,
Over
your
the barbed
time
wire.
and you gotta yeah over the bar because that one's kind of like you just kill a guy. I mean, in the barbed wire, I mean it's timed also, and you
You just kill
it's
a
still
guy.
I think lucked out is like the best. So
You just kill a guy. You
yeah,
just commit
there's
murder.
nothing wrong with that. Just
It's fine.
hey, dude, that's just another day in Detroit, man. I mean,
Movie Man and my channel, Dominic and his views are his own. I do not support murder. So anyways, I'm just kidding. No, of course,
sometimes
Dominic
you just
doesn't
gotta get a
support.
bitch, bro.
Oh my, Dominic, no! Oh my gosh.
Gosh, I just realized how bad this delay is. I just realized how bad this delay is.
The delay is so
It
bad.
took a solid 20 for you to hear what I said.
It's like a whole 20
It took
seconds.
20 seconds.
Bro, it's so bad.
It's funny because you're not delayed on my end, but on yours it's 20.
I know. I know, it's so bad. It's so bad. Oh, gosh. Anyways,
Oh my goodness.
all right, let's go to the
I'm
next
actually
one.
tearing up right now.
Oh, okay, let's go to the next one. All right, next trap. It's called. Okay, there's not. I'm gonna be honest. This one's kind of dumb. There's not a lot of description to this one. It's called the drill chair. So basically, um, you, the victim, is in this trap. You're strapped and chained to a seat, and you have a metal brace around your neck, which is connected to the chair's fixed recline and preventing you from moving your head away. To the left and to the right of you are two identical contraptions, each one with a drill attached to it. The drill's pointing at your head. Once the trap is activated, the contraptions slowly move towards you. Therefore, the drills would pierce your head if you don't manage to somehow escape the trap within 20 seconds.
But how do you escape the trap?
See, that's the problem with this one. In the movie, right? The two cops arrive to this basically Jigsaw's hideout and they're looking for him and they stumble upon the guy in the chair and Jigsaw activates it and the cops are just trying to get him out. So you don't actually ever get to see how he was meant to get out of it. So for that reason alone, personally, I think that's a game over. I think you're dead because there's no explanation of how to escape.
Well, there has to be a way to escape. That's my thing. I mean, and if it's 20 seconds, I mean, the problem with this one is that you just simply do not know. Um, I'm gonna say it's gonna be I'm a try. I don't think it's game over. I'm gonna try to see how to get out because there's clearly some way to get out, but it's not explained in the movie. It's 100% I'm a try.
I think that's fair. You know what? I agree with you because the other thing that makes me think that is also the fact that um it's not like, for example, the barbed wire, you're gonna hurt yourself getting out of it or whatever. Like this one, all it is you're strapped to a chair. Like if you can figure out how to get out of that, bro, you're not getting like
Yeah.
that doesn't hurt. You're not gonna get hurt. So I think I 100% agree. Let me find it real quick so I can throw it in the tier list. I had them. See, I put all of these in order last night, and then it didn't save them in order, unfortunately. Where is it?
Yeah, it's all good.
Hold on. This was. Oh, I found it. I was gonna say this will just give the live stream a chance to catch up. Um, Hold on. I threw it in maybe, but it's only because I can't get to the other spot yet. Okay, there we go. Let me throw it in. I'm gonna try. All right, cool. I'm gonna try.
Yeah, I guess there's to be something
Yeah, I think you're right. I think there has to be, because otherwise it's not a
like
fair.
to get out of it.
It's just not a fair trap. Otherwise. But okay, cool. Next one. Oh, this one. I'm gonna be honest. This is. I love the Saw movies, but this one. This doesn't make any sense. All right, so it's called the quadruple shotgun hallway trap. All right, so you're the victim, right? Uh, this trap was designed as a security device to secure Jigsaw's hideout in an abandoned mannequin factory. It's set up in a hallway and consisting of four double-barreled shotguns suspended from a wooden ceiling beam. The trigger of each shotgun is connected to a tripwire which is strung across the hallway below. When a victim steps on the tripwire, the shotguns will fire simultaneously and kill the person below. So I guess the only thing is, and this one kind of needs a little bit of context, I think. In the movie, this one comes literally directly after the one we just did, and one of the cops chases after Jigsaw while the other one tries to free the guy in the chair, and the guy Jigsaw says, "Don't follow me," and keeps going, but the guy follows him anyway and like chases after him, tripping the tripwire, and the shotguns fire and kill him, right? So I guess really the only way to survive this one is to not follow him, I guess. See, this one's kind of a tricky one to tier list
Be
because it's
stupid. No,
yeah.
I think like this one.
I guess the question is, would you heed his warning or would you just run after him?
I think the big thing about this one is that hey, I mean, personally, I like to use 100% of my brain in this situation. Clearly, if he's saying don't follow me, it's clearly trying to lure you to do something. So that's when you should probably stop, look at your area, and just look, and maybe you'll see the tripwire that's on the ground. And then maybe if you activate it somehow, I don't know, like if there's a way to activate it, like throw something at it, then it's okay. I feel like this one's ready to play. If as long as you're not stupid,
Okay, wait, wait, okay,
then it's
wait,
fine.
Dom. Let
Then
me
you'll be
give you let
safe.
me give you a little bit more context. So when Jigsaw says "Don't follow me," they're in like this upper floor of the building they're in. They then try to free the guy, and there's two cops, and one of the cops says, "I'll free him. Go get him." And so the other cop chases after Jigsaw, and then when he comes around the corner, he sees Jigsaw at the end of the hallway, and that's why he then runs after him. However, you do have a gun, so you could just shoot him rather than chase after him. But then I guess that's also, I don't know. I mean, I guess Jigsaw's not armed,
Yeah,
or at
just
least you
shoot
don't.
him. Like,
I mean, he's a mass murderer, right? So, I mean, you gotta get him before he gets more people. And besides, you don't have to go for a kill shot, just shoot him in the leg or something. So. I guess it's one of those traps. It's like it's so in the moment because we're not in the moment. It's hard to really determine if we would have been, caught up and then tripped the tripwire. But but if you want to put it in ready to play, I'm ready to play, bro. I'm ready to play.
Yeah, no, this one I think is 100% ready to play because you're a cop and I mean, and they're detectives, so they have to be pretty smart cops to begin with. They have to know that everything there is actually, you got to be careful. If you're not careful, he's going to hurt you in some way or somehow. So clearly,
I think you cut out, Dom.
smart, expect the trap.
I just heard expect the trap. I didn't hear what you said before that.
Basically, all I said was just be smart. Don't be stupid and just use your brain.
Okay. I agree with you. I agree. Okay, so far so good. Looking at the tier list. Okay, next one we have. So this is a little bit of a tricky one. So it's called Zepp Hindel's test. So basically there's a character in the movie called Zepp Hindel, and he is being put through a specific test for him. So basically, right? But let's try to put us in his scenario. Okay. So you get told that there is a slow acting poison coursing through your blood, which will kill you within a few hours. To obtain the antidote, you have to abduct um, the wife and daughter of this other guy. You have to abduct his wife and daughter. And you actually work with this guy. So you actually know this guy. And you're being instructed to abduct his wife and daughter. And you have to hold them hostage for the duration of another Saw game, which you have to then oversee and observe through a surveillance monitor. If this guy, the husband, if he fails to kill his opponent by 6 o'clock, you have to kill his wife and kid while he's on the phone listening to them die. Would you do this in order to get the antidote, or are you dying?
Uh, Kill multiple different people. Um, this scenario is just simply, I'm done. I'm not doing it. I'm just gonna lay here, maybe drink a bottle of whiskey, watch the sunset, and just die. That's basically what I'd do. I was just gonna say, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna play your game in this scenario. Game over.
I think
Let
I
me
agree with
enjoy my
you.
sunset.
It's like, would you really be willing to kidnap a a, a mother and her child, hold them hostage, and then potentially have to kill them? Ah, just to
Yeah,
save your own life. Like, how could you really live with yourself after doing something like that? Like that
you
would,
can't.
yeah. So might as well just die. But then again, maybe maybe the whole point of the trap is maybe the test is to see if you would kill them. And if you don't, maybe not killing them allows you to pass the test. But realistically, either way, you're you're causing trauma to this little girl. Like yeah, no, I think game over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, okay. I just realized there's one more from the first Saw movie. Let me look it up real quick. Saw films or Saw traps. Okay, this is the last one from the first movie. So this is called the bathroom trap. So basically, oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, this is perfect. So it's both of us, Dom. Both of us have just woken up in a room. Our ankles are chained to pipes, and we're in like some old-fashioned, uh, rotting, gross-looking bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
There's a dead guy in the middle of the floor in between us, right? And there's blood all over the place. There's a big pool of blood that he's laying in, and he's got a revolver in his hand. And basically, you and I don't know each other. Uh, I think I know you, but you don't know me. And the reason I know you is because I've been getting paid to follow you around and take pictures of you, uh, cheating on your wife. Basically, is the concept in the movie. Um, however, if you do not kill me by 6 o'clock, your wife and daughter will be killed. However, if I survive until the end of the game, um, I just have to survive till the end of the game. There are several clues and tools hidden all around the room. In the tank of a toilet is a plastic bag with two hacksaws, which could be used by us to cut off our own feet in order to free ourselves from the shackles. In a secret hollow space behind one of the walls is a box containing two cigarettes, a lighter, and a cell phone. However, the cell phone can't be used to make calls, but rather can only receive them from the outside. And finally, oh yeah, the third man laying a pool of blood in the middle of the room. He has a tape recorder in one hand and a gun in the other. Um, and anytime we're breaking the rules, we get electrocuted. That's it. That's everything for this trap. So, are you killing me to save your wife and kid? Keep in mind you don't know me.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm killing you.
No.
I'm 100%. I'm sorry. My wife and kid, I would probably care about them. Uh,
Fair.
and if since I don't know you, man, that sucks, man. I mean, have fun in heaven. Uh,
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now, would you cut your own foot off to save your wife and kid?
no. And so you said the hacksaws, right? How close are the hacksaws to me?
You can get like you can reach it. You can reach it.
How close are the hacksaws going to be to me?
I must have cut out. It's like right next to you, so you have access to it.
Um, because my knowledge to some hacksaws is that it depends on what blade you use, but some of the hacksaws can actually cut through metal.
Okay, these
Um,
can't. These
and
ones
so if you're
cannot cut
chained
through the
to like
chains.
this, um, there's also pipe, which pipe is not that fucking, or is not that, excuse me, is not that strong. Um,
Just know that
and they can probably cut through the pipe.
these hacksaws are very like just they're not very good.
I mean, even a terrible hacksaw, it can still cut through. That one for me is just I'm ready to play because I would easily just cut the pipe and then just fucking, I mean, and just dome you.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it in, ready to play then. Interesting. Um, Out of curiosity, actually no, the other guy's just kind of a pawn, really. But yeah, that was like the main game of the first movie. Um, and actually, funny enough, I'll tell you this, it's not really that much. It's not a spoiler. It's
Mm.
literally like the first shot in the movie, but um the guy who I was putting myself as, the guy who wakes up with your character and has been taking pictures of you, he wakes up in a bathtub and his foot has been particularly placed around the drain plug so that if he wakes up all like crazy, you know, freaking out, his foot will pull the drain and the water will go down the drain. And not only the water, but the key to the chains around their legs is right there in the tub. And it'll get washed down the drain if he doesn't wake up carefully. So they could have easily gotten out of it if he didn't do that. But yeah.
Yeah, that's ready to play, 100%.
Okay. All right, bet. All right, we move on to Saw 2. Now, uh, they get a little bit more tricky, I would say. First up, we have the death mask. All right, here you go, Dom. You are the victim in this trap, is of course. You have a mechanical contraption locked around your neck, which works similar to an Iron Maiden. The trap, a so-called death mask, is divided in two separate parts, the back and the front part of the mask. Both parts are angled down from your head. The inside of both parts are spiked with numerous pointy nails. Once the game begins, the mask will close on your head and pierce it with the nails if you aren't able to unlock the trap within 60 seconds. The key was surgically implanted behind your right eye. In order to obtain it, you have to cut it out with a scalpel lying in a toolbox right next to you. Are you making it out of this?
Oh no, definitely game over. I'm not even gonna attempt it. I personally, I don't. If I had to do self pain, I would not want to do it. No, I'm dead. I don't care. I'm not doing it. Have fun. I get to go to heaven, have parties with Jesus. So, and he's gonna have a bunch of wine for me to drink. So hell yeah.
Hey, I agree with you. It's not happening. I'm not taking out my eye to get a key. Oh gosh, I hate even thinking about it. It's not happening.
Yeah, I don't want to live that much. That if I'm in that situation, I would not want to live that dang much. Like, all right, I had a good life.
Yeah,
Uh,
and it's 60
well,
seconds. 60 seconds to cut out your eye?
oh yeah, no, screw that.
Oh
I just asked for
gosh.
a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah. We at some point, Dom, when I come back to Indiana at some point, we should just film like a Saw parody where we like recreate one of these traps and we put you like pretend to put you in it and just see like what happened. That would be so funny to film. That would be so funny. Some little parody. That'd be fun.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna not take it seriously, and I'm be like, yeah, just give me a cigarette and some whiskey. That'll be fine.
I know. That's why I think it would just be
What, you don't
hilarious.
want to play the game?
Exactly. Uh, that'll be fun. We gotta do that.
No,
Uh,
fuck you, man. I don't want to play this game. I'm gonna enjoy my last seconds of this life.
no, that would be me in that situation. Okay, next one. We have the electrified staircase. All right, so basically the victims, so I guess you're the victim here. And let's say for this case, you're a SWAT officer. All right, and you're with your team. It's you and your team. Um, and it's just you and two others. I mean, and you're all three SWAT, right? And this is one of the ones that's like the shotgun one. It's a security device to secure Jigsaw's hideout. You found his hideout. You're going inside. Um, however, originally it was merely an ordinary staircase surrounded by a chain link cage. However, one of the wooden steps has been manipulated. If enough pressure is exerted on the previous step, the rigged one will spring forward and break the legs of the person standing on the stairs. Moments later, the surrounding cage would be energized, giving everyone who touched it a lethal shock. I feel like this one's a bit harder to do because where with the tripwire, like you were saying with that one, you could be smart and like try to stand like take a look and stand back and really like use your brain. But this one, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you're really gonna be able to tell.
Um, this one 100% is a maybe. I think this one is a. If you think about it, um, if you could see it, then you would be able to maybe throw like something on there to activate it before you even step foot on it. And if you're SWAT, you have multiple different tools and gadgets where you can actually do that. But it would just be better for just you for you just to do that. I think would just try. If you see it, then yes, it's easy to get out of. If you don't see it, then that's just game over pretty much. So that one's in betweener since you don't know. And also, if it is you can see it, then SWAT should. Well, SWAT's kind of broad, like strongmen type people, so they're not going to use their brains as like the detectives. But um, yeah,
True.
it's
No, I agree with you. I fully agree. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next one. That one was kind of a, I'm gonna be honest, that was a dead one. Because again, it was like the shotgun one. It wasn't really like a classic like saw trap. It was more like a, I mean, this one
Mhm.
was a trap to just prevent people from getting in. So, okay. The next one is called the Nerve Gas House. All right. So basically, all right, this one's a little complicated. So let me, because this is like similar to the bathroom one from the first one. This is like the main game of the second one. So, uh, you're not in this trap alone though. So you wake up in a house and you're in a room with one, two, three, four, five, six other people. All right, you're with six other people and they're all convicts, but you're not. So they've all been to jail and have been out of jail, whatever. And you're not though. You're just some guy that's there with them for some reason, right? And all of you are trapped inside a large abandoned residential house and are breathing in a deadly nerve gas, similar to the sarin gas. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, used during the Tokyo subway attacks. Um, but the large front door leading out of the house is secured from the outside by several metal bars. After 3 hours, the door will open. However, the prisoners only are already will already succumb to the gas within 2 hours. So the doors open in 3 hours, but you only have 2 hours to live. Um, as it will cause severe internal bleeding. In order to survive, though, you have to find, you and the others have to find and pass the numerous tests set up all around the house by Jigsaw, after which you'll be able to obtain syringes with the antidote, primarily to observe the game and make sure that everyone follows the rules. Jigsaw has an accomplice in there as one of the victims, pretending to be one of the victims, but you don't know. Um, so I guess the main thing is, do you think? I mean, maybe this one we might have to come back to until we see the other tasks or the other like um traps that you'd have to go through. But do you think, I guess based off of,
No, I think I know this one personally.
okay, what do you think?
This one I think is more of this one's 100% more of a. I think it would be if you. It depends on how smart the prisoners are too, because you would quickly have to think about, okay, let's work as a team. Let's get out of this. Obviously, there's an accomplice that's going to be kind of playing along with it, but at the same time, I think that if they want to like pretend to be in the group, that everyone needs to work together. So if everyone works together, uses all their like, be smart about this, I think realistically you would be lucked out. Now if they're completely stupid, um, maybe you can be the leader and just it would be a maybe. But I think lucked out because obviously they're probably not as dumb as they're gonna be. But yeah, it's probably lucked out.
Okay. I'll tell you in the movie, there's this one big guy who's just an idiot. There's one guy who's like relatively smart. Another guy who is also pretty smart but is keeping to himself because he's actually it gets revealed in the movie that he's the one who kidnapped all of you and um gave you all to Jigsaw and then got betrayed by Jigsaw. So uh, there's like a lot of things that get revealed during the movie that causes like conflicts between the inmates and stuff. And one more detail that's super important. You are the son of the cop who arrested all of them.
Okay, so for me, I that's still like yeah. I mean, yeah, the guy kid. I mean, that's the point where okay, do you want to live? Yeah. I understand you don't like me, but hey, look, I care about your life. But and then if the one guy, I mean, he brought you guys there, you'll have your day in court. So it's 100% lucked out. I think it's very simple. Work together as a team. You guys, yes, everyone there has a problem with each other, but lucked out.
Okay. Um, okay, I'm gonna throw it in lucked out. Let me find where it is, and then I'll throw it in lucked out. And throughout, in order to get the antidote, there are a bunch of traps that each member has to go through. Basically, there's every trap they find throughout the house has an antidote in it, but only one. So, like, you will have to go through a trap at some point, other than the house just being poisoned, in order to survive. But, but yeah, I'll throw it in. I'll throw it in. Luck down. Okay, so let's find out if we'll survive these. So first up,
Good. Are you talking? Because you kind of cut out.
oh yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Okay, um, so first up, oh wait, hold on, I put the wrong one in the tier I put it in, or actually maybe that is the right one. No, no, I did it right. Okay, never mind. Okay, so cool. Next up, here's one of the ones in the house. Oh, this is important too. Okay, so it's called the antidote safe room. So this room, located on the ground floor of the nerve gas house, is the room where the seven of you initially wake up and receive instructions from Jigsaw. In the room is also a heavy safe, which contains a syringe with one of the antidotes for the nerve gas. Each one of the prisoners, though, has a colored number written on the back of their necks. These numbers belong to the combination to the safe, and have to be entered in the order of the colors of the rainbow. So I guess the question here is, and I guess, I mean, going off what you already said, I would think you'd want to put it in lucked out, right? Because it's the same kind of deal of
Yeah, this
working together.
same deal. Lucked out.
Yeah, okay. And I think the picture for that one is the same as the one we just did, so we'll just keep that one there. Okay, next is called the Magnum Eye Hole. So basically, this is still a part of the house. Um, So this trap is designed as a security device to prevent the prisoners of the nerve gas house from leaving the antidote safe room. It consists of a mental contraption. It consisted of a contraption which was mounted to the outside of the heavy metal door of the room. Attached to it is a revolver aimed directly at the door's peephole. Additionally, the trigger of the gun was connected to a chain and a pulley, which in turn are connected to the lock of the door. The prisoners inside the room are provided with a key and a message which warned them not to open the door with the key. If one of them did it, nonetheless, this will trigger the revolver, which would then shoot whoever stood in front of the people. Besides the trap itself, a timer is attached to the door. Once it goes off, the door would open without activating the trap.
This one is also kind of just lucked out because you gotta assume that everything is a trap. If it's saying do not peek, clearly he's warning you about something, and just don't be stupid. That's really all I'm gonna say about that one. It's just don't be stupid, be smart, use your brain, and that's that.
I agree. I mean, you took the words right out of my mouth. That's what I was just thinking. Like, really, the only reason anyone would die to that is if they just are dumb. Like, so would we put that in lucked out or ready to play? Because I feel like that's such an easy one to.
Ready to play, actually ready to play.
Yeah, like we're not stupid. We're gonna avoid that. Um, okay. Yeah, that's an easy one. Just listen to what Jigsaw's instructions are. Don't break his rules because he'll kill you. Um, okay, this one's a tricky one. I don't know about this one. This one's called the furnace. All right. It says basically you have to crawl into a large metallic furnace located in the middle of the basement of the nerve gas house. Inside the furnace are two of the antidotes for the nerve gas hanging from two chains. While one of the syringes could be easily removed, the chain with the second antidote was connected to the small door of the furnace. Once you pull the chain, a mechanism will close and lock the door. Seconds later, the fire inside the oven will turn on and continuously come closer to you as the burners of the oven turned on one by one. In order to survive, you have to crawl through the flames and turn a red valve next to the door. Next to it was a drawing of a red devil pointing at the valve. Turning it would turn off the gas supply of the oven, which fueled the flames. So, are you willing to get cooked a little to survive?
Yeah, I mean, it's just basically getting a tan. So I mean, I've been to Planet Fitness a couple times, so let's do it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure it's pretty much the same thing. So, what are you thinking? Are you thinking ready to play?
Ready to play because yeah, I mean, I'll come out of there with a nice little tan. Thanks,
All right,
Jigsaw.
we'll throw it in ready to play. Sure. Um. Hmm. Now I'm thinking, I don't know. Now hold on. We might be screwing up our list if we put it in ready to play now that I think about it. Because the other ones we have in there are pretty easy. And the ones in lucked out, I honestly think would be easier. Like going through the barbed wire would probably be easier than being burned. I think I'm gonna since you said ready to play, I'm feeling more lucked out. I think I'm gonna move it to lucked out just because it's only one above it, but also I just think I don't know. I don't know if I feel the same about crawling into a furnace. I don't think I'd want to do it. I think ugh, I think I'd wait for the next one. Ugh, I don't know. Whew, it's a hot one. Um, okay. So the next one is called the Needle Pit. This one's oh gosh. All right, so basically uh so located in one of the rooms on the upper floor of the nerve gas house, there's a pit. It's actually a giant hole in the center of this room. It's filled with over tens of thousands of filthy, used syringes. Additionally, there are two doors in the room. The first one is a wooden door through which the room could be entered. The other door, located at the back of the room, is a heavy metal door. Behind it is a syringe with an antidote for the nerve gas. Once the game begins, the prisoners have only a few minutes to find the key, as otherwise the door to the antidote would be locked permanently after a short time, making it impossible to obtain the antidote. The key is attached to a glow stick plugged in one of the countless syringes in the pit. So, are you jumping into this pit of needles to search for this glow stick? Oh no. Oh, what? Hmm. Sorry, guys, technical issues, of course, with the Wi Fi. Connecting, come on. Alright, here's what I gotta do. Let me disconnect. Dom, can you hear me? Oh, connecting. Come on. Let me know when you can hear me, Dom. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, thank
Yeah, I can
goodness.
hear you.
Cool. Wait, is it still delayed?
No, I don't think. I don't know.
Okay. Alright, let me share this again. Oh, why is it sharing? What? The stream is still running. We paused this preview to save your resources. What? That's annoying. Alright, it's not letting me. How strange.
Not letting you stream.
It's not letting me. Well, no, we're still live. Oh my gosh, what is this? What have I done? But it's not letting me share my screen to you.
Oh,
I tried to share, but it's not letting me. Um, so unfortunately, you won't be able to see the thing, but that's all right.
it's all good. As long as you describe it to me.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. To be honest, me not sharing it might help with the delay.
Yeah, true.
Oh wow, that was quick. I would say the delay is probably gone. Okay, maybe not.
I haven't said anything yet.
Okay. I was like, I said, I think it's gone, and then you
I
went
was just,
silent. I was
yeah, I
like,
was just letting you.
ah, great, it's still gone.
No, 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 no. I haven't said anything yet.
Okay, okay. Um, cool. Hold on. Okay. So where did I cut out? I probably cut out. What did you hear about the needle trap?
I don't remember.
All right, let me skim through. Let me just read through it real quick. So basically, you enter this room through a wooden door that locks behind you, right? Or well, it doesn't lock behind you.
Hmm.
You enter this room, and you see a metal door on the other side of the room. However, that metal door is locked. In order to unlock it, because guess what? One of the antidotes is behind that metal door. However, you only have like a few minutes to find the key to the door in order to unlock it to get the antidote. And if you don't get the key and unlock it within a couple minutes, it locks permanently and you lose out on getting that antidote. Okay? Now, however, here's the hard part. The key the key is attached to a what is it? It's attached to da, da, da. The key is attached to a glow stick, plugged in one of the countless syringes in a pit of used syringe needles. So are you gonna get into this pit of needles and search around until you find the key?
Mm, no, I'm good. Yep, I'm done. Nope,
Nope.
nope, not my problem. Nope.
So you think game over?
Yep, not my problem.
Alrighty then. Game over.
Maybe someone, maybe someone else will need the antidote more than me. And that one,
Yeah, just don't get that one. Fair enough.
yeah.
Alright, fair enough. I can't disagree. A pool of syringe needles sounds awful. Ugh.
Like hell.
Yeah. All right, this one should be an easy one. This one's called the Razor Box. So basically, it's located in one of the rooms in the nerve gas house and consists of a large glass box suspended from the ceiling by four chains. Glued to the bottom of the box was a syringe with the antidote for the nerve gas. There are two holes in the bottom of the box, just big enough to put an arm through them. However, on top of the holes are large, sharp razor blades, which were impossible for the which are impossible for the victim to see when standing in front of the box. Um, so if you put your hand through one of these holes, you'd be able to push the blades aside but couldn't pull your hand back out again, as every attempt to do so causes the blades to cut deeper into your arms and wrists, leading to a massive loss of blood and subsequently your death. In order to obtain the antidote, though, you merely have to look at the other side of the box where the lock was located with the key already sticking in it. So, and the fact is unknown to you.
Well, this one I think is just be like this one is probably lower because it's just be smart. Don't don't just well, I guess the saying is don't stick your thing into without or I'm totally making up a thing, but don't stick your hand into something without knowing exactly what you're getting into. Like at least look around it real quick. I mean,
Exactly. Like it's kind of. I just read
it's just don't be
also.
stupid.
I also just read more into it, and apparently, not only is there a lock on the side of it with a key, but also there was a tape recorder, which Jigsaw always leaves one, but there was a tape recorder that literally says where the key is, just unlock the box. But apparently, the character in the movie just disregards it and goes right for the antidote. So I guess this is
Yeah,
another
this
one
is
of
just
those
a
don't be
simple.
stupid.
Yeah, yeah. Don't be stupid. Think about what you're doing, and then you'll get out just fine. But clearly, as you said, if they can't flip and figure that out, so I mean,
To be honest,
they're
I've
I
been
don't know.
ready to play.
Yeah, that's ready to play.
Yeah, I think we could get out of that. Cool. All right, next one. Okay, this one's going to be a tricky one, I think. So let's see what you think. All right, so picture yourself, you're a cop, right? Your son has been taken by Jigsaw, and you're terrified. And now, Jigsaw, you and your SWAT team and your cops and officers, etc. And you're a detective, by the way. You're a detective. But you guys have stumbled upon Jigsaw's lair, and not only that, but Jigsaw himself. And so you're sitting across from him, trying to question him, trying to figure out where your son is. However, he tells you that if you just sit here and talk with him, your son will be fine, and that he is in a safe place. So, are you going to? However, he said that in like there's like a bunch of monitors in the room showing like these all the victims in that house. And so you're thinking, oh shoot, and there's a timer. And you're told that the timer, once the timer's up, if they haven't made it out of that house, they're gonna die. However, Jigsaw said to you, your son is going to be fine as long as you stay here seated talking to me. Do you stay with him for 3 hours talking to him, just taking his word for it? Or are you gonna force him to tell you where your son is and have him take you there?
Yeah, I'll stay there. He probably has a brother that I like more. So
Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. You just said a minute ago you would kill a man. In order that you didn't know, you'd kill a man to save your wife and daughter, but you're gonna take some random serial killer for his word that your son is safe, and even if he isn't, you're like, it's fine.
yeah,
What?
yeah, exactly. I mean,
What? Oh my gosh. Okay. So,
like you got to think about it. Like if you say, I mean, I forget the saying, but it's like you got to trust the killer's word or something. Or I mean, and it's also like it's also this crackhead. So I mean, heck, if he's saying my son is safe, then it's clearly a test. So clearly my son's all right on something, or he's not gonna.
oh no, did I lose you again? Oh
No.
no, okay. It it like glitched
Oh,
for a second, so
yeah,
I was like,
clearly, yeah. Clearly he's safe, so it's not my problem. And if he does die, he has a brother that I can give all my money to in the will.
okay. Okay. Well, then we're putting that in ready to play
Yeah.
because the main reason we're doing that is purely because in the movie he does not do what you just said. He forces Jigsaw to take him to the house where his son supposedly is. However, it gets revealed that his son was in the same room that he was in with Jigsaw when he was meant to just sit there and talk with him. His son was in that room being kept alive in a safe. So, uh,
See, this is what I'm talking about. Stupid, you do stupid stuff, you get stupid rewards. Just stay safe. Like he trusts the guy. I mean, so what? He has that funny little face mask. I mean, heck, hockey players have face masks. We don't judge them for it. Why do we judge this guy?
true. So yeah, Okay. So that's that one. Pretty easy, I think. That's it for Saw 2. On to Saw 3. And not only did he go to the house where it was at, but he ends up getting knocked out, left in that bathroom from the first movie with his ankle chained, with only the hacksaw. So he has to cut his leg off.
Dang, it's almost like if you don't do stupid stuff, you use your brain, then you will come out of situations in this movie just fine.
Exactly. All right, here we go. Next trap. Saw 3. We have the classroom trap. All right, this is a group. I'm gonna be honest. Out of all the Saw movies, this Saw movie, Saw 3, has some of the most uh, brutal ones, I would say. All right, here we go. So, you're in a class. You wake up. You're in a classroom in an elementary school. Uh, you're stripped almost entirely naked, but not quite. You have pants on. Um, and you're sat on a chair in the middle of the room. There are 11 chains hanging from the walls, the floor, and the ceiling. Attached to each of these chains are large metal rings that are piercing through several parts of your body. 10 of the chains were pierced through your hands, shoulders, um,
Okay.
Achilles, tendons, arms, and external obliques, while the ring of the last chain was pierced through your lower jaw. On a table right in front of him, or right in front of you, is a nail bomb with a timer. In order to avoid being killed by the explosion, you have to rip out the chains before the timer goes off.
Nah, I'm dying. I'm done. No, mm-mm.
Yeah, that's
Sorry, not
game
my problem.
over.
Just grab me a beer. Thanks, buddy.
Bro, you literally have a metal, like, chain going through your jaw. Like, ugh, it's disgusting. I will tell you, by the way, that this trap was set up in the movie by the accomplice, Jigsaw's accomplice, and it was not winnable. So we made the right decision by saying game over, because there's actually no way to win. Because the guy in the
Dead.
trap, he actually does rip them all out except one. The only chain he couldn't rip out was the one through his jaw. Because if you do that, you die. So you literally can't win. So yeah. Um. All right. Next one. We have the angel trap. So all right. So basically, you wake up and there's a leather harness. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. So there's a leather harness around you. You wake up and you have a leather harness on, which is secured by a padlock and is suspended slightly above the floor by two chains. Attached to your back is a heavy metal device with two mechanical arms, which in their initial position look like two folded up wings. Additionally, 12 C-shaped metal brackets are laid tightly around your chest, with six brackets on each side of your body. These brackets are hooked into your rib cage and are connected with the contraption on your back by several wires. Once the game begins, the contraption would spread out its mechanical arms like wings and brutally rip out the brackets hooked into your chest if you didn't manage to free yourself within 60 seconds. The key to the padlock of the harness lies in a beaker filled with acid, which was suspended from the ceiling by two chains directly in front of you. So basically, you just have to reach your arm into this beaker of acid long enough to get the key at the bottom of it to then unlock the mechanism and free yourself.
Mm, this might be another one. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, that is the correct answer because there's a these two traps in particular were unbeatable because she actually reaches in, grabs the key and unlocks it, and it doesn't work, and she gets ripped apart. So the rest of these, I believe, for the most part, are winnable. But yeah. Okay. Next one is the shotgun collar. So basically, you're a doctor and Jigsaw is sick. The shotgun collar has been put around your neck and secured by a lock. There are 5 shotgun shells placed around the collar that are directly aiming at your head. Each of these shells has um, its own trigger, which all have to be activated individually. The collar is attuned to the signal of the heart rate monitor on Jigsaw. If this signal gets lost, so if John dies, right, or even if his
Mhm.
heart rate declines, um, or even if you move out of range, the collar will activate, causing it to blow off your head. In order to get the key to unlock the collar, though, you have to keep John alive by any means necessary until your husband, well, in this case, it's a female doctor, your significant other, we'll just say that, uh, arrives to finish the game. So you just have to keep him alive long enough. Do you think you could do it?
Well, with my standing right now, I would say no. But
Fair.
if I was a doctor and I knew how to do the cutty open people type stuff, then uh, yeah. Actually, you know what? No, no. You know what? Let that guy die. If I die, I'm dying for a good cause. You know, he is gonna die, and it's not my problem.
But he's
You
gonna
lived a
die anyway.
you.
He's gonna die anyway.
Yeah, that's not my problem. Just let him die.
Well, I know, but he'll still die, but if you keep him alive long enough, he'll survive. And he'll still die.
I guess yeah. Let's play it. Let's try it.
All right, because
I mean, clearly,
neither of us are doctors, so just for that reason alone, I'm gonna put it in maybe. Just because it's like, we could try, but, and it's not like we're gonna, like, other than just getting killed, like, we're not being put through serious torture. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So I'd say maybe. Maybe, maybe. I mean, Wikipedia, you could look up some medical stuff, see, see
yeah, exactly.
see what you can figure out. Um, Anyways, all right. Then we got Jeff's trial. So basically, you're this guy named Jeff. You wake up, you're trapped inside an abandoned Gideon meatpacking plant. In order to escape, you have to find your way through the building and face a series of tests in order to overcome your obsession with revenge over the death of your son, who died in a car accident. If you don't complete this game within 2 hours, the doors of the building would be locked and you'd be left to die in the meatpacking plant. Throughout the trial, you'll receive several tools, one after each test: a bullet, an empty magazine, a gun, and a key to the final area of the game. So I guess basically, if you have imagine you had a son, okay,
Hmm.
and he died in a car accident, and you're now going through 3 different rooms, and each room has someone in a jigsaw trap that was involved in some way in your son's death. And the only way for you to win the game is by forgiving them and allowing them out of the trap.
Yeah, I think you can do it.
You'd be willing to forgive them for the part they played in the murder of your son?
Well, I mean, of course, I mean, if they are wanted or like criminals and stuff or that sort of thing, then yeah, I would think, yeah, let's just forgive them. I mean, they for that point, I should say, not like, oh yeah, come on and kill my son. You want to have a barbecue or something? Not like that, but
No, yeah, I got you.
uh, just like, all right, look, if I need to get out of this, um, right now you're my only chance. I don't want to help you, but right now I'm going to help you. So let's play ball. I'll help you out, but the second that we're done here, I'm going to have you turn yourself in to the police.
Well, okay, but here's the problem. They aren't all criminals. So basically, actually, none of them are criminals. So basically, the car accident, it was an accident. And the three people you're trying to save here, one is the guy who accidentally killed your son, um, by running him over, right? Hitting him with his car. One of them
Hmm.
is a judge, and he basically allowed, he ruled, his judgment in the trial was to let the guy go because and filed it as an accident. And then the other person was an eyewitness to the murder, and but she didn't say anything. She said it was an accident, or like she just I think I don't remember exactly what it was, but basically she was an eyewitness to the crime and didn't speak up. So are you still letting them all live?
Yeah, why not?
All right then. I'd say ready to play. Okay. Cool. Next one. Now we're breaking down the individual traps for those three people that you're freeing. So I guess technically this should be easy, but let's actually, well, yeah, because they can't get out of it themselves. You have to free them. So the first victim, uh, is Danica Scott. It's the first part of your trial. Basically, Danica was stripped down entirely and chained by the arms to the ceiling in the middle of a freezer room. Positioned to the right and the left of her are two vertical metal poles, each one with six nozzles that aim at her body. Connected to each nozzle is a long hose, which in return is connected to the room's water supply. Once the game begins, Danica will be sprayed with icy water in periodic intervals, which would ultimately result in her being frozen to death. To survive, uh, she has to rely on the help of you. The key to her chains are hanging from a wire behind multiple cooling pipes on the room's back wall. In order to get the key, you merely have to grab through these pipes in order to obtain it. How I did forget about this one key thing. In order to save them, to get the key to unlock the contraption they're in, you have to kind of get hurt a little bit. So in this one, for example, in order to in order to grab the key, you get so close to the pipes that your face touches the pipes and it burns. But if you're quick, it's really only like a second. So would you be willing to do that in order to save her?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Ready to play? All right then. Next we have the pig vat. So the victim of this trap is Judge Halden. It's the second part of your trial. Halden was chained to the is chained to the ground of a big cylindrical vat. Next to it is a giant blender with multiple interlocking saws, which is connected with the vat via a chute. Additionally, there's a conveyor-like contraption at the ceiling. Once the game begins, the blender is activated. Seconds later, several rotten pig carcasses hanging from the conveyor are carried into the room and dropped over the saws. Thereby, they are blended into a thick, gray, repulsive pulp, which is being poured into the vat over the chute and dashed all over Halden's body. which would ultimately result in him drowning in the liquefied carcasses. To survive, he has to rely on your help. The key of Halden's chain is hidden in an incinerator among all of your memorabilia of your dead son. In order to save him, you have to activate the furnace, which would burn all of the things inside except for the key, which would then drop down into the incinerator's ash container. So basically, burn everything that belonged to your son, or save the man's life. Or I'm sorry, burn everything that belonged to your son to save the man's life, or let him die and maintain your son's belongings.
Yeah, burn everything that belonged to my son. I can
Okay.
always make a new one.
Wow. Okay. So if you have a daughter, I hope you have a daughter for your sake, because I feel like you'd be way more caring about your daughter than your son, based on what you've said. But that's funny.
Why would you think that?
Oh, I don't know. You know what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, where's the incinerator? Um, oh wait, I'm looking. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, ready to play. Wow, there's more in ready to play than I thought there was going to be. But that's good. You're a survivor, Dom.
Thank you.
All right, next up. This is like one of the most classic saw traps. It's called the rack. So basically, the victim of this trap is Timothy Young. It's the third part of your trial. The rack is a large contraption resembling a metal crucifix placed on a small pedestal. At the top, as well as at the end of the arm segments, are movable cylindrical contraptions, each one connected to its own gear system. While Timothy's head is easily trapped in the top contraption. Without any further measures, his hands, which are trapped in the other contraptions, had to be bottled onto two small metal plates in order to prevent him from pulling his arms out. Similar contraptions were placed on the pedestal to the left and the right of Timothy, and just like the other machines, they both had their own gear system. However, these contraptions had no cylindrical form, but rather only consisted of the small metal plates to which Timothy's feet were bolted. Additionally, his arms and legs were strapped to the crucifix. Once the game begins, the gear systems activate one at a time. The respective contraptions begin to turn and slowly twist Timothy's limbs. First, his right arm, then the left one, then the right leg, then the left leg, and finally the head, causing their bones to break. To survive, he had to rely on your help. The key to deactivate the trap is hanging from a wire in front of the barrel of a shotgun, located in an enlarged glass box. The wire is connected to the shotgun's trigger. Once Jeff removed the key, the shotgun would fire a shot at whoever stood in front of it, giving him little time to evade the shot. So basically, and unless either you let this guy have his arms, legs, and head go twist 360 degrees, killing him, or in order to free him from the contraption, you basically have to get shot in the shoulder by a shotgun. This is
Do
the
I know
guy.
if the shotgun's coming?
So, well, yeah, the key is connected to a string that's connected to the shotgun. So once you pull that key, it's gonna fire the shotgun. So it's probably gonna graze your shoulder, if not potentially penetrate your shoulder. So are you willing to take a potential bullet to the shoulder in order to save the guy who accidentally killed your son in a car crash, or are you gonna just let him die?
Yeah, Screw your life, man. I don't want to get shot today.
Fair, fair. I mean, that's gotta. I mean, you gotta psych yourself up to get shot willingly, get shot in the arm
Yeah,
in order to
exactly. It's
save
like
someone
not my
who.
problem.
I mean, he did accidentally kill your son. It wasn't like it was on purpose, but at the same time, it'd be hard to like psych yourself up to take a bullet. So,
Yeah, I'm pretty
so
sure my son was psyching himself up to get hit by that car.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All right, so what tier do you think we put this one in? Because I don't know.
Uh,
Would it be? I don't know if it'd be
nah,
straight up game over, would it?
no, it wouldn't be because you'd have to get like pumped up.
So what do you think?
It's probably the second one.
You think? Oh, I'm a try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Okay, I think that's fair. Yeah, I think I agree with you. Okay. And this is the last one. Oh no, no, almost the last one for Saw 3. There's two more for Saw 3 actually. Okay, so we have Jeff's final test. So basically, you're still the victim. You've made it through all these rooms. Now, it's the fourth and final part of the trial. After facing your previous tests, you then confront Jigsaw. Um, Jigsaw demands a final test and offers you a simple choice. He could either forgive you and thereby or sorry, you could either forgive him and thereby save yourself, your wife, and your daughter, um, who had been abducted as well, or you could take revenge and kill him with one of the numerous tools in the room. This, however, would result in the detonation of your wife's shotgun collar, and in it would result in you being locked up in the room forever. So, however, you don't know that. So you don't know that you'll be locked up forever, and you also don't know it'll kill your wife. So I guess the question is, would you be so enraged that you were put through this trap that you would then come in and just kill him out of rage? Or would you be like, oh, my wife, are you okay? And then be like, what's going on? Because he does say to you, if you let me live and forgive me, you and your wife will be fine. So, are you gonna listen to him?
Yeah, I'll probably just like, yeah, I'll just listen to him because I mean, all the other traps. I mean, if you know the guy, I mean, clearly he's. If you listen to him, don't follow me, forgive me, and like clearly this guy's on the news. I mean, he's probably on like hit news, like people know who he is, and he's just like, okay, listen to this what this guy says rather than just be an idiot and don't listen to him.
Exactly. Okay, so ready to play?
Yeah, ready to play.
I bet. All right. Last one for Saw 3, Amanda's test. So, basically, let's say you're Amanda. You're Jigsaw's assistant, basically. You're his apprentice. However, uh,
Mhm.
so throughout the whole thing going on, you had to oversee the doctor until her husband finished his series of tests. One thing you didn't know though was that Lynn and Jeff, their husband and wife, you didn't know that. Um,
Mhm.
all you had to do though was let the doctor live and remove her collar once John ordered her to do so. However, ordered you to do so. Throughout the game though, Jigsaw frequently provoked the mentally unstable. Well, you're kind of, I guess it's saying you're a little mentally unstable. And I guess throughout the game, Jigsaw frequently provoked you a little bit. Who was mental,
Mhm.
and you're kind of mentally dependent on him. So by showing signs of affection, and he was doing it by showing affection to the doctor, and you, who are kind of mentally dependent on Jigsaw, that was kind of provoking you basically. Um, so if you kill Lynn and refuse to free her after Jeff has finished his test, Jeff is likely going to kill you once he arrives at the final area of the game. So I guess the thing is, do you listen to? This is another. I think we just got to throw this one and ready to play. Because
Yeah,
realistically,
it's ready to play.
if you
Just listen
listen
to
to what
him.
Jigsaw says, you will survive.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I think ready to play. All right. Cool. Let's see. Software traps. Okay. Next trap. The mausoleum. Oh, okay. This is one that has two people in it, so we're both in it. All right. Uh, basically, we both wake up. We're in we find ourselves in a mausoleum. Uh, there's a large, heavy metal contraption positioned in the middle of the room. In the center of the contraption is a winch with a long metal chain going through it. This chain is on both ends, attached to two shackles around mine and your necks. If the chain is pulled on strong enough, a metal pin will be pulled out from the metal device and thereby activated. After that, um, the winch would start to turn and would pull the two chains up. It would start pulling us to the center of the room where we'd ultimately be strangled. Each of us has a different advantage in the game. On one side of the room, let's say this is you. You wake up and there's a wooden box with several metallic tools, which could be used as weapons, such as a hammer, a small axe, and a hook. However, your eyes are sewn shut. Me, on the other hand, I'm on the other side of the room, and I'm able to see, but my mouth is sewn
Hmm.
shut, and I have no tools on my side. Due to our respective handicaps, we're unable to communicate with each other. In an attempt to get the key to our shackles, which is attached to the back of the shackle of you who's blinded. So the key to our freedom is on the back of your neck, but you're blind, and I can't tell you that because I have my mouth sewn shut. However, because I just have my mouth sewn shut, I have weapons, and I could just kill you, or I could really, try to fight you and get the key. So actually, let's flip the script. I'm the one who's blind, so you're just the one who can't speak, and you can see the key on the back of my neck. Are you gonna use the hammer to kill me in order to take that key and free yourself? And keep in mind, we're complete strangers to one another.
Um, yeah, screw your life.
All right, I figured. So ready to play?
Yeah, ready to play.
All right. The one thing that's gross about that is either side of the room you're on, you either have your eyes sewn shut or your mouth sewn shut.
Yeah.
That's kind of awful. But okay, ready to play. All right. Next we have the main character of the movie's trial. So we'll say you're the main character. So basically, you're an officer. You're a police officer, and you wake up trapped inside the bathroom of your own apartment. Within 90 minutes, you have to face a series of tests all around the city in order to overcome your obsession with saving everyone around you. Thereby, you're led to believe that within these 90 minutes, you have to save your partners, Detective Eric Matthews and Detective Mark Hoffman, who are tied up somewhere. In fact, however, your tests are designed to convince you not to save anyone, but rather to let them save themselves. After each test, you find a clue leading to the location of the next part of the game. So I guess basically, would you be willing to, if Jigsaw said you need to learn not to try to save everyone, but to rather let people save themselves, are you going to, if you're presented with people, even like your own friends, are you going to rush in to try to save them if you see that they are in danger and going to die? Or are you going to be like, I'm going to have to hope that they can save themselves?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hope that they can save themselves. Not my problem.
All right, then I would say you are ready to play.
Hmm.
All right, cool.
Just give me a glass of whiskey and I'll be fine.
All right, so that's an easy one. All right, next one. The scalping seat. All right, I guess I feel like it'd be more fun. No, we're gonna put okay. So the victim in this trap, her name is Brenda. It's the first part of your trial. Brenda is chained to some sort of mechanical chair in the middle of a living room of your apartment. This chair consisted of a seat, which was mounted onto a heavy machine with an exposed gear system. Brenda's chains were secured by a combination lock. Additionally, her hair was put through a metal lug and then tied up to a small metal axis. She also has one of Jigsaw's pig masks on her face. Um, it was your task to leave her behind and just continue your way to the next task. However, if you decide to try to free her and remove the mask, a metal pin connected to this mask would be pulled out of the machine. This would activate the gear system and therefore the axis. As it starts to turn, it would slowly pull back Brenda's hair and subsequently tear out her scalp. The only way to escape the trap was to open the combination lock attached to her chain. Therefore, the necessary numbers have been written in the gears as they weren't visible from her position. So basically, you have to open the lock for her. Unknown to you, though, Brenda was tested as well and was tasked to kill you with a knife provided for her after you saved her. Or if you decide to save her, she'll try to kill you. Otherwise, you would arrest her for her crimes due to several photos in the room, which prove that she was a criminal. So in this case, do you save her or do you just leave her there and be like, that person's sitting there in my apartment with a pig mask? I'm leaving.
Yeah, I'm leaving. I don't care.
All right, I mean, it's in your own apartment, so I don't know if that would change anything. But
No, I mean, it's just redecorating the walls will have to happen, so it's fine.
fair enough. Okay. Then let me throw that one in the ready to play. All right, next one. The bedroom trap. Oh, this is a complicated one. I'm curious to see what you say. So the victim of this trap, his name is Ivan Lansness. It's the second part of your trial. So basically, you have to force Ivan into a trap located in one of the hotel rooms that he works. He works at this hotel. You have to force him into one of the rooms at the motel, and then you have to. The trap consisted of a bed and four large metal columns positioned on each corner of it. These columns were mounted to heavy metal contraptions with gear systems. Attached to each of the columns is a chain with a shackle on its end. So basically, you have to help Ivan to strap all four of his limbs in. Additionally, another metal device resembling a vice is positioned at the headboard and is used to hold Ivan's head in place. On each side of the vice are is a long miniature scythe. Before the start of the game, you have to hand Ivan two triggers, one for each scythe. Once the game begins, Ivan has 60 seconds to press both triggers, which will cause the scythes to gouge his eyes out. If he doesn't accomplish his task in time, the metal columns would fall back one by one and rip off his limbs. So are you going to force him into this trap?
To save myself?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and I didn't mention
Are
this.
you kidding me?
Here's the other significant part. You do find out this guy is a serial rapist. So he's a
Oh yeah, put him in that.
horrible human being. Yeah. Yeah, so ready to play. Let's put that guy in that trap. Um, okay, cool. Next, the spike trap. So the two victims of this trap are Morgan and Rex. It's the third part of your trial. It's located in a classroom at an elementary school. Morgan and Rex, each of them wearing a leather harness, are chained to a metal columns back to back. Both of their bodies are impaled by 8 long, thin metal spikes. While the spikes only cause flesh wounds on Morgan's body, Rex was mortally wounded as each spike impaled one of his major arteries. In order to survive and to avoid bleeding to death, Morgan has to pull out all the spikes, which would inevitably result in Rex's death. Once the game has played out, Rig has to give Morgan the key to free herself. So are you gonna allow one of them to kill the other?
Yeah, not my problem.
Okay, nice. All right, let's throw that one in ready to play then. Or actually, let's make that one a little bit better. Let's say, um, well, yeah, because they know each other. So in this scenario, it's you and me, and we're back to back with spikes going through us, and pretty much unless we wait and just not overreact, right? We can both survive. However, uh, if you want to just get free, you could pull the spikes out, which would kill me, but you'd then survive. So, do you want to take the chance of us waiting for the cops to hopefully arrive? Or are you just going to kill me and go on your life?
Yeah. Fuck you, Blake. I'll kill you.
All right, fine. Let's see others.
You're a
Yeah.
lost cause. You're a lost cause anyway. I mean, they,
Whoa!
no. Like if
Wow.
that happens, you're a lost cause. No, wait. All right, guys. The last time you're seeing me on Movie Man channel.
Unless they subscribe, out of pity.
No, if you're like, unless if you subscribe, then yes, then I'll be right back the next episode.
Subscribe if you want to see Dominic
Yeah, no,
return.
if you like shit, I mean, this sounds so this sounds so bad, but this is actually like realistic. Like, if you have like spikes in you that will kill you, more than likely the rest of your life you're fucked. So I'm just doing a mercy kill at this point.
Fair enough, fair enough. All right, next trap is the ice block trap. So, two victims. One is you, and one is me. It's the fourth and final part of uh technically your trial. Actually, no. Let's say you're two friends, right? Two of your friends, two of your best friends. Let's say two of your friends. They don't have to be your best friends. Two of your friends that you've been trying to find this whole time after going through all these traps, right? They are one of them has a chain. Actually, let me just. So basically, so it's located in a room inside an abandoned Gideon meatpacking plant. The trap itself consisting of a giant seesaw-like scale positioned in the middle of the room. Eric stood on top of a large ice block on one side of the scale and is being held in place by a chain noose around his neck, which is hanging from the ceiling. On the other side of the scale is an electric chair. Positioned around the ice block are several radiant heaters which slowly melt the ice. The melt water will then flow onto the other side of the scale and thereby seemingly kill Detective Mark Hoffman, who was strapped to the chair with an electric shock. However, the chair was in fact without any function and solely served the purpose to provide Hoffman, Jigsaw's accomplice, the possibility to play the role of another victim in order to be able to observe the game at close range. However, you don't know this. On the ceiling above them is a large metal contraption with two mechanical arms which each hold large ice blocks. The contraption was connected with the room's only door via a long chain. If the door was opened, the arms will swing down. Thereby, the ice blocks would inevitably smash Eric's head, killing him. The trap could be deactivated, though, with a single button. However, this only worked if the door remained closed for the duration of 90 minutes. So, are you going to see them on the monitor, see that they're in danger, and go blazing in, busting down that door? Or are you going to just try to wait? Wait it out, see what happens.
Wait it out, see what happens.
All right, then that is in ready to play. All right, and then next one we have here is called the Perez and Strom's trial. The victims of this trap, let's say it's both of us, it's you and me. So we find out about Riggs' trial, and we're trying our best to find him and end the game before anyone else can die. Thereby, we're tested by Jigsaw, who tries to convince us not to continue our investigations. At the location of one of Riggs' tests, Jigsaw has placed his mechanical ventriloquist puppet, as well as a message for you, which warned you that Strom, me, would soon take the life of an innocent man. In fact, the puppet was a trap on its own. If you approached it after receiving your message, its head would explode and blow shrapnel at your face. My part of the test waited for um my part of the test was waiting for me at the Gideon meatpacking plant where Jigsaw's warning would come true as I would be forced to shoot another victim, Jeff, in self-defense and would be locked up in the same room. Afterwards, I quickly find a secret way leading out, along with another message which warned me not to go on and instead wait for reinforcements. If I ignored the warning, I would then be subdued and trapped in another device, which was designed to drown him, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so basically we're gonna skip this one because I think it's a dumb one, and I don't think it's like it's too specifically plot driven.
Too easy.
Sure, I just think it's too plot driven. It doesn't really have like a scenario to escape, and I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna move on. The next one is called the knife chair. So basically, you're strapped to a chair. This one's pretty simple. I don't have to. You're strapped to a chair, and in front of your face are sets of knives, right? And but beyond those knives is a button. Your arms, however, are strapped down to the chair. To release yourself from the chair, you have to press the button. And in order to press the button, you have to press your face through the knives to press the button. Are you going to do that?
I'm not.
Oh, you're cutting out. Hold on.
Okay.
Here, try talking.
Nope. That's
Yeah, it's cutting out.
not a problem.
Not your problem. Got it. I heard that. Okay. We will throw it in ready to play.
No, I want to die. I would want to die.
Oh,
I don't want to have a neck going through me.
well, no, it's not going through you. You just have to get cut by him. So, like,
I'll get cut. Oh yeah, then game on, lovers.
here, wait. Look at your phone real quick. I'm sending you a picture of what it looks like.
Okay, let me open it.
All right, I just sent it, so it probably hasn't quite delivered yet, but it's coming through.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit.
All right,
Oh yeah, that's a good cut. Screw it. Whatever. It's just a little paper cut.
so ready to play?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, then. We'll throw that in ready to play. Where did I put that? Just put it somewhere. Knives on the face. Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm ready to play. Great. Cool. Next one. Oop. It's called the spine cutters. So basically, uh, you're forced. Okay, so you're being forced to wear this trap device, which is attached to your back and with a leather harness. It it is an elongated contraption with two pliers at its upper end. These pliers are aimed at your neck and will cut your spine if you don't follow the orders given to you. Therefore, you have to build and set up the traps later used by Riggs trial, and also you have to abduct the respective victims. Afterwards, you have to go to Gideon Market meatpacking plant to the same room where Eric Matthews and Mark Hoffman were imprisoned, and you have to oversee them. If Rig doesn't enter the room within the following 90 minutes, you could free him. You could free yourself and the others from the trap with a button. Otherwise, you die. So, other than the part that's really not up to you, because that last bit you don't have a choice, would you be willing to, in order not to die, to kidnap these two cops and put them into a contraption and just kind of, I guess, wait and oversee it?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. You know what?
Yeah,
I'll get some brownie points, and I'll probably not go to prison. So whatever.
sure, you're the victim here. So, but I would say with this one though, instead of putting it in ready to play, I think we're gonna put it in lucked out because, or
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
looked out.
actually no, wait, no, we have to put it in maybe because it's not really up to us. You know,
Yeah,
it's up to the guy not busting through the door, then we'll be free. So it's not really up to us in this case scenario, which is a little unfair, but whatever. Um,
man, that's my problem.
yeah, sure. All right, and then the last one from this movie is Hoffman's test. Um, so before Jigsaw's death, he swallowed a wax-coated audio tape, which is later going to be found in his stomach during his autopsy. This tape contains a warning for you, um, uh, and you're going to continue. Which in this case, you're planning to continue the games, the Jigsaw games. You're his accomplice. You're planning to continue the games, and this message he left after his death is for you. And basically, it tells you that he'd soon be testing you as well. In the meantime, Jigsaw's ex-wife receives a box which contains a mechanical contraption, the so-called the reverse bear trap, which she has to use to test you. The trap is supposed to be locked onto your head. The frontal part of the trap is hooked into the upper and lower jaw. Once the game begins, the trap will burst open and thereby. So basically, it's the same one we've already done. So we're gonna skip that one because we already
Yeah.
did that one. So okay, so 5 traps. All right, next trap, the pendulum trap. All right, so basically, you wake up. Your arms and feet are chained to a metal table in the middle of a big hall. Additionally, an automatic metal shackle is put around your neck to prevent you from moving away. Above you, towards the ceiling, is a large contraption which holds a single large blade in the shape of a pendulum. Once the game begins, the pendulum starts to swing back and forth, and once lowered down in regular intervals. After 30 seconds, it would touch your body, and after 60 seconds, it would kill you by cutting your body in half horizontally. To the right, to the right and to the left of you are two vices with small pressure buttons behind them. To stop the pendulum, you have to insert both hands in the vices and activate them by pressing the buttons, which would result in your hands being slowly crushed. So basically, are you willing to crush your hands in order to escape?
No. Mm-mm.
No?
Let me just die.
Interesting.
Pour some whiskey on my face. I'll be fine.
Your answer to everything. Whiskey. All right, so what tier do you think it would be in then? Are you even gonna try, or is it just game over?
Probably I wouldn't try it.
Really?
No. Just game over. Yep, just play
Wow.
a sad song and turn it around.
Wow,
Say
okay.
you don't know. Tell me don't lie. You look up a smile and I don't remember the rest of the words of that song. But you had a bad day.
Fair enough. All right, we'll throw it in. Game over. And to be fair, it's cool because you didn't know this, but that trap was actually unwinnable. So,
Okay, so yeah, yep.
yes,
YOLO.
you got it. You got it. All right, next, the water cube. All right, so you are a special agent. All right, and it's the last part of you and your partner's trial. After being locked up in a room at the abandoned Gideon meatpacking plant, along with the corpses of Jigsaw and his assistant, his accomplice, as well as the doctor and her husband. Um, you soon find a hidden door leading to a hallway. An audio message left for you warns you to stay in the room and wait for reinforcements. If you ignore the warning and go on, you'd eventually end up trapped in the water cube. Um, it was a cube shaped glass box which is suspended from the ceiling by two metal bars. And the bottom of the cube is a hole for your head. At the brim of the hole, it's lined with rubber, which laid tightly around your neck. You couldn't free yourself without help. Suspended from the ceiling as well were two bottle-shaped water tanks with two tubes that were put through the top of the cube. Once the game begins, the cube would quickly fill in with water, inevitably drowning you. So, do you listen to the tape recording and wait for backup, or do you go in?
Let's wait. Like I said, you gotta trust the guy, You might not want to, but I mean he's every time that he asks you to trust him, he usually good advice, so
Good point.
trust him.
Good point. I will tell you, he does not wait. Obviously, he goes in and gets trapped in it. However,
I
he
mean
sur huh?
he survives
He does. He survives it. You know how he survives? Because as it says
playing
in the
Minecraft.
what?
Playing Minecraft.
Oh yeah, yeah. He loaded up.
He
Uh,
just was mining some blocks.
he loaded up creative mode and got creative. Um, no, so
He was
no, so
hacking.
he actually was meant to die, and the water fills, and he can't breathe. So he actually, in his pocket, he pulls out a pen, and he punctures a hole in his neck so he can breathe.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. Man,
I wouldn't do that. I would die. I would
yeah,
die.
yeah, good for you, man, but like
Yeah,
oh
but no, I'm dying, bro.
I mean
So technically that would be game over, but in the sense that there is
uh,
that option of we don't have to rush in, I would say I'd say we're ready to play because we're not rushing in.
yeah. Uh, I
Yeah.
just darn it, now that thing's stuck in my brain. A hole through the neck, dude. Like,
I
there's
know.
so many things, dude. Like, how are you gonna eat pizza again? How are you gonna enjoy cannolis? The cannolis are gonna wiggle right out of your throat, bro.
Oh gosh, gross. Yeah. So
Like,
all
come
right.
on, dude. There's so much. Like, just listen to the guy. This is why I don't like horror movies, man. They do stupid stuff. Like, oh, let's go hide in a abandoned car park that's clearly that killer doesn't clearly live in. Or how about here this? Let's go over here. Clearly the killer doesn't come over here. Doesn't say the killer's hideout right here on bold text. Like, oh my gosh, Stacy, can you believe this? Like, there's no way you're gonna find.
Oh yeah, no way, no way he's gonna find us.
And then they get flipping murdered.
As they do.
No.
Because they make dumb decisions. Pay the consequences.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Rule
So
of the day on Movie Man's live stream. Don't be stupid in life.
yes, be
Remember, if
smart.
there's a, yeah, if they use your brain. I know
Yes,
I don't have a brain, but please take my advice. Use your brain.
yes, be smart, everyone. And well,
Also,
I
don't
I
be a
can tell you,
pilot.
I can tell you the smartest thing that anybody could do is subscribing to the channel. Um, I'd say that's
All
pretty.
right, hold up there, buddy. Let's calm down there.
If anything,
Let's calm down
if
there.
anything, I just lost a bunch of subscribers by saying that.
Yeah, yeah. All right, all right. If you guys don't want someone hassling you to subscribe, I don't have a YouTube, but you know what? I'll probably make a YouTube one day. I don't know. Just maybe it's like underscore Detroit underscore or something like that. Maybe if you want to go look at it. I don't do anything on it, so I mean, YOLO.
Totally, yeah. Uh,
Do I actually have any videos on my? No, I don't even have any videos on my account. But yeah,
so go subscribe to
Yeah.
him so he can start posting videos.
I mean, the thing is that if you subscribe to me, I'm not gonna be posting family-friendly content like here, but you know,
Hey, I can then come over to your channel and we can and we
we
don't have
can
to be
do some
family
fun
friendly.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, because then it's not associated to me.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Uh,
Let's get canceled.
yeah, let's
Blake's mom,
go.
don't worry. Blake's mom, don't worry. I am not gonna get your son canceled. I have been almost canceled, but don't worry, I'll keep him safe.
Oh, oh gosh. We definitely have
Legit, the reason I almost got canceled was so stupid too. It was just like, really?
You almost got canceled. Where?
Like in real life by a woman at my job.
Oh, why?
The reason like because I legit said I was quoting a TV show. You know what's that one with the TV show called? Gosh, it's blank. It was like some TV show, and she thought that I was making fun of like gay people. I'm like, are you stupid or are you stupid?
Yeah, I don't know what show.
Yeah, I don't remember either. It's like, oh my gosh, I almost died. Thank you so much for saving me. Show or whatever. I don't remember.
Huh, I don't know.
It's so dumb.
Oh, by the way, I just want to point this out. There's no delay anymore.
Mm.
Yes, let's
Yes,
go.
I know that.
Oh, feels good to not have a delay anymore. Yet, meanwhile,
It does. Now people can hear my lovely voice.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, meanwhile, my stream still is in the red, so I don't know how the stream's doing, but hey, at least the recording will be all right.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think we're doing pretty good. I think we're being entertaining. I mean, I think we're seeing some funny stuff. I mean,
if I was a Saw fan,
knows?
other than some of the technical stuff at the beginning, right? I'd be enjoying this.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm someone that's never seen a Saw movie. I don't know about your, I don't know about your family if they've seen it. Like, I'm not gonna assume that they've seen it, but I've never seen a Saw movie.
I watched every Saw movie with my parents.
Okay, so then yeah, so I mean, they have to be. I would feel like that if they are watching this, they have to be enjoying this because I'm learning something that you guys like. You know.
That's true. True.
And I also like I said, I've never seen it. I mean, I'm not a big horror movie guy. I don't watch horror movies that much, but I mean, it's interesting to me because I watch like, well, I'm not gonna say I watch better movies like the Fast and the Furious because God knows Fast and Furious is just. Don't get me started on that. You know what? We'll have another discussion. Book me for a Fast and Furious discussion.
Hey,
I will legit rap.
You know what, Dom?
What?
I am starting a new series on my channel called Movie Man Movie Mondays, where I react to movies I've either never seen before, or I watch movies with people who haven't seen the movie I've seen, and I've not seen any of the Fast and the Furious movies. So, might have to put that
All
on
right,
the
we're
list.
watching.
We might have
All
to
right, we're
watch it
watching.
together.
I will lie. I'm not gonna lie. The ninth movie was like. I know we're getting off topic from this video, but the ninth movie and everyone else, if they've watched it, can say this. The ninth movie that I haven't seen the new one. I watched the ninth one because it was free on a streaming platform. But the ninth one, excuse my language here, but it was so stupid. I wanted to say a different word, but you know I know it's a family.
It was so stupid.
I was I was about to say a different word there, ladies and gentlemen, but look, it's so stupid. I had to stop watching it and come back the very next day just to try and finish it. I could not believe how stupid. Now, the first couple of movies, it's about street racing, illegal street racing, guys driving fast cars, going around a street, running from the cops. The ninth movie, I almost said that word. They are launching a rocket into space. That's a car.
What?
You heard me. No, you heard me correct. The ninth movie, they're launching a rocket that's a car into space while they're wearing these makeshift spacesuits. And they also have these magnets that are so flippin' powerful, it can drag a truck through a building.
I guess when you do a ninth movie in a franchise, you kind of just don't have anything left.
Dude, they are legit milking the series. It's so obvious they're milking the series, too. Gosh, now I'm getting so passionate about this stupid-ass film series that I just lost all passion about. Like, God damn it. But, you know what? I think that we're done. Like, we're done talking about Saw. Let's talk about Fast and Furious now. It's like rants about this. Yeah. Like, I can rant about these because I love the first one. I love the second one. Third one, Tokyo Drift, I like. It's pretty good. Fourth one, it's okay, it's getting a little bit crazy, but you know, it's still good. Fifth one, I mean, there's some crazy parts, but you can still watch it. Sixth one, okay, I guess it doesn't really need to be made. But I mean, I guess, I mean, whatever. She's back. There's a girl that got shot in the head that comes back alive. Oh, whoop-de-doo. Um, then the number 7. What was number? Gosh, this is how bad number 7 is. Oh yeah, number 7. The only thing that's good about number 7 is the Paul Walker tribute because he died. Number 8. Oh my gosh, there's a son and he has to save the son. He's betraying his family, which is utter bullshit. God, it's just like, come on. It just end the series. Legit, if you ended at 5, everyone would have been happy. Such a good ending. There was no need to continue the series. Stop. Just stop it. Just stop. Kind of like, gosh, I mean, there's some movies that just, you need to stop. Like, and it's funny because the one actress that's in the Fast and Furious is complaining about how Marvel movies, they're all the same, blah, 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 blah. There's no plot. Like, bitch, shut up. You are in Fast and Furious.
Oh,
You are in the Fast and Furious.
what's going on now? Oh my gosh. Oh.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. I had to rant about this. Whatever your name is that's the Letty. Whatever your name is in real life. If you ever watch this, I highly doubt you'll watch this. You need to look at the hypocrisy of what your movie is. If you want to say Marvel is not entertaining, look at what your movie has become. It is legit flying flipping rocket space cars into outer space. Get out of here. I am not look, I am not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, this is a great movie, this is so much action packed, it's so good. No, it's dog water. Stop making them, please. And I seriously hope that I know you guys are trying to finish it with this 10th movie that's gonna be in 3 different parts. Bullshit, but please end the series. Hobbs and Shaw was a joke. Flipping everything in the series is a joke. Just stop. Sorry, okay, sorry.
When I go back through this and put in timestamps and stuff, this is gonna be the funniest timestamp to put in. Dom goes off. Dom rages.
Dude, and I once got someone that said, why do you hate... God, don't even get me talking about it again. Now I had someone once go, oh, why do you hate the Fast and Furious? Fast and Furious is not that bad. I mean, the 9th movie was pretty good. Shut up, you're brain dead. You don't understand what the Fast and Furious used to be. Listen, fast cars. I love cars. I'm a huge car guy. I legit was born in Detroit, Michigan. I love cars. But no, listen, the car, like, they even have a car in the... Gosh, they even have a car movie that doesn't fucking exist. I'm sorry. Doesn't exist.
Oh my God. So basically what I'm hearing is we 1000% need to react to the Fast and the Furious movies together so that we can then do live streams talking about the Fast and the Furious movies. All right, I'll put it on the list. We'll figure out we'll figure out something. All right, well, back to the what the live stream is about.
Look, the first 3 movies I'll be okay.
And then after that it's just going to be crazy. Those will be my favorite
ones.
Like
I said, the first 3, 4, 5 movies, I'll be fine. And after 6, I'm just going to be like, well, even in the 5th movie, yeah, no, you're going to hear me flipping get so mad at a movie. Like, I don't get mad at movies very often. But it's just like, come on, dude. Come on. Please. It's like watching a kid in a wheelchair trying to play baseball. Just don't let him. Just stop it. Stop. He legit can't. Just stop.
Clocked what you just said. Oh my gosh. All right, we have to go back to song. Oh my. Well, okay. The good thing, what I'm actually thinking about in my head right now, is if we start reacting to the Fast and the Furious movies, by the time we get to the ones where I think you will start raging at them, I will probably be back in Indiana, and we can actually get together in person to watch them together. And I think that would be so fun. The vibes would be immaculate because we actually.
I'm throwing shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm throwing shit.
All right. Well, back to another Patreon exclusive. Anyways, back to the live stream. So, so the one we're on is called the Fatal Fives Trial. All right. This is another group trial. So it's you, me, and a couple others. We wake up and we're in some sewer, basically. Throughout our game, we have to progress through the individual rooms of the area until we finally reach the exit. Each of the rooms, however, are secure. Each of the rooms are secured by nail bombs, which will explode after a certain time and kill us if we don't accomplish the tasks and move forward. While we're all able to survive by working together, Jigsaw deliberately confused us with his cryptic messages, which led us to believe that one of us has to die in each trap. So basically, our mindset is one of us is not going to make it out of this room. Let's each fend for ourselves. That's just our mindset. And we don't understand that all of us could survive, but we don't know that. So let's keep that in mind going into this next. Is everything good?
Yeah, no. I have a perfect thing I'm going to do for this.
Okay, for what?
God damn it. Don't worry, just once you ask the question, I know what I'm going to do.
Okay. So the first trap we have is called the necktie trap. So this trap is the first part of the Fatal Fives trial in the catacombs. On one side of the room, there are 5 small compartments, one for each of us, all separated from each other by grates. Mounted to the wall of each compartment is a large V-shaped razor blade. Each one of the victims, so each one of us, has a leather collar around our necks, a long cable running through all of them. So if one of the victims moved forward, the other ones would be pulled back. One end of the cable is attached to a metal pin sticking in a timer on the wall. Once it is pulled out by one of the victims moving forward, we have 60 seconds to remove our collars. After 60 seconds, the cables will pull so tight that all of us who haven't managed to free ourselves will be decapitated by the blades behind us. The keys to the collars are located in 5 cube-shaped glass boxes positioned on pedestals a few feet in front of the compartments. Unknown to us, every key is able to unlock all of the collars. So really, we only need one key, but we don't know that. We think we need each key that's in front of each one of us. Therefore, only one is needed to free them all. Additionally, there are homemade nail bombs in the room, which are connected to a second timer. The bombs will detonate after the 15-minute timer runs out and kill everyone who is still in the room at that point. So basically, we need to be able to get everybody to work with each other to one at a time, one at a time, go up to the case with the key, smash the case, grab the key, and unlock the collar. And then, realistically, after one person is free, they could then go smash the others and get the keys and give them nuts. So will we survive? I feel like this is one, it depends on the people we're with. So I feel like it's got to either be lucked out or maybe. But what do you think?
Uh-oh. Look there.
Yeah? Hello?
Oh man, he's talking.
No! Can you hear me? Dom. Can you hear me, Dom?
There you
Uh,
go.
wait, is it back? Hello? Hello? Oh, my Wi-Fi is dropping out like terribly. That's why. Um, hold on, guys. Wi-Fi is dropping out a little bit. I can't hear Dom. Um, Come on, Wi-Fi. Why is the Wi-Fi so bad? Let me try. No, that'll mess up the stream. Oh my gosh, I literally have no internet. Oh no. Not Bluetooth, I want Wi-Fi. Oh, I turned it off on accident. Shh. Come on. Connecting, come on. What? This is some BS. No way the Wi-Fi just dropped out. Come on. There we go. Dom, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you.
Oh, good. My Wi-Fi literally just died for like a couple seconds.
And I was like, man, why is Blake not talking?
Oh
And then
shoot.
it's like, boom, he left.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, yeah, it was crazy, but we're still going. So we're back. Okay. Um, I don't know what cut out, so I'll just. So basically, we basically just have to figure out that we have to work together here.
Yeah, work together.
We all have collars around our necks, and we have to get to the keys in front of us. However, only we can each go to the key one at a time. Um, yeah.
Hmm.
So I would say honestly, lucked out, or maybe it's either lucked out or
This one you can't.
maybe.
Maybe because if you don't figure out they got to work together, or people don't want to work together, then you're screwed. But you know what? Like,
Yeah.
I will just hit them with the one simple thing,
What's that?
and that's that you got to pretend that you're a family and live life like the road, like Vin
Stop!
Diesel does
Stop!
in Fast
No!
and Furious.
Stop! No! Not again! We have to move on from Fast and the Furious.
Because you
No!
know what we got in the Saw movies? We
No!
got family.
Zone
Family is what we
open.
got.
Oh gosh.
That's right, baby. Family. That's what we got.
That's why they keep making more and more movies.
Dude, that's why I turned on my Bluetooth speakers because I heard this and I'm like, oh, this is 100% where I get to say family joke.
Family never dies.
Yeah, family never dies.
We ride on forever.
Oh my, dude, I forgot in the, oh, God, oh, I want to say
No,
it so
no,
bad, but we need to
no.
do it.
We can't.
Dude,
We
in the
can't.
no, this is what's funny. In the ninth movie, they legit admit, yeah, we're overpowered as at AF, so we don't get injured.
What?
They legit say that. I kid you not. They say, "Look, we're overpowered."
Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. What's the point at that point?
There's no point. Like it's a terrible movie.
Exactly. All right. Um, hold on. Just throwing it into the tier list. Wait, where is it? Oh, there
Darn
it
it! I
is.
have the Vin Diesel song stuck in my head.
Oh god. All right, we're gonna move fast. We're gonna move fast through these saw traps so that we keep your mind off of Fast and the
Okay,
Furious.
yeah.
All right, the ceiling. That next is called the ceiling jars. So this trap is the second part of the Fatal Five's trial in the catacombs. In the corner, in the corners of the room are homemade nail bombs. Additionally, there are four chambers in the walls of the room, which could save us from the explosion. However, they're locked and can only be opened with keys with special attachments in the shape of a square, a triangle, or a star. Um, there are only three keys, however, but the chambers are actually big enough for more than one person. Once the game begins, the victims have 60 seconds to enter the chambers before the bombs detonate. Above the prisoners' heads are 16 glass jars suspended from the ceilings by chains. In each of these jars is one key. However, only three of them fit the locks of the chambers, while the other 13 keys are blanks. Additionally, the jars were filled with broken glass shards to prevent the victims from seeing where the right keys are. In order to smash the jars, the test subjects are provided with two metal rods. So basically, when once we get the keys and you're hopping into your chamber, are you leaving room for me to hop in as well, or no?
Yeah, I'll leave room for you. Why not?
All right, then I would say
We're family.
honestly, that one's pretty simple. I would say ready to play. What do you
I'm so
think?
happy you didn't hear what I. Yeah, I say ready to play. I'm so happy you didn't hear what I said.
Yeah, I'll hear it back later, I'm sure.
I said
Um,
something about family.
of course you did, of course. All right, well, the next one we have is the electronic bathtub. So at this point, it's me, it's you, and there's one other person, and that's it. So this trap is the third part. It's a water-filled bathtub. A water-filled bathtub is located in the middle of the room, surrounded by five current coils, each one with a cord with a special attachment, such as clamps or a hook. There are also homemade nail bombs in the room, which are connected to a timer and will detonate after 15 minutes. The exit door out of the room is secured by five deadlocks. In order to escape, the victims, us, we have to we have to close five circuits, each one connected to one of the locks. Therefore, the five cords have to be connected to the water in the bathtub. As they don't reach from the current coils to the bathtub, each victim has to hold one cable and thereby suffer a small electric shock once the game begins. The prisoners have 3 minutes to accomplish the task. Otherwise, an electric current will surge through the room, seal the door permanently, and thereby lock them up along with the bombs. So, um, I guess, are we going to be smart
Same.
enough to know that each one of us can hold on to one of the coils, or are we gonna be like gang up on one of them and throw them in the tub and strap all the cords to them, or are we all three making
I
it
think
out?
it's. I think we would all make it. All three make it out. Or if we use our, it's a maybe actually. If we use our brains, then yes. If we don't use our brains, then and we don't know, then no. Uh, or if there's a third option where we have family, and nothing's
Ah,
gonna
no,
happen.
no. Oh my
Well, I
goodness.
think it's a maybe.
I agree with you because I think in the moment we might be
Yeah.
rash and be like, we have to throw one of us in there and then we'll fight and then, yeah, who knows? Okay. Next we have the last one. It's me and you. We're the only two left. All right. And it's called 10 Pints of Sacrifice. So this trap's the fourth and final part. A cage table is positioned in the middle of the room. On the table stands a large metal box with segmented glass panes on its top. There are 5 holes on each side of the box. Inside of each of these holes is a circular saw blade. In the cage underneath, the table has is a glass beaker, which is connected to the exit door of the room. To open the door, we have to put our hands in the holes and shove them into the saws in order to fill the beaker with 10 pints of our own blood. If we don't manage to
Mm,
accomplish this task within 15 minutes, we'll be killed by homemade nail bombs set up in the room. So, are you willing
mm.
to cut put your hand into a saw blade and cut just a little bit, like up to the maybe like the center of your hand in order to fill the beakers and escape.
If it's just yeah, I guess if it's a little cut, yes, but
Little cut.
um,
This is a table saw going. You're sticking your hand into it. That would
oh,
hurt.
and it's yeah,
Whew. I don't know. I feel like this is similar to that eye one. The one where we had, yeah, the keys go out
yeah.
your eye. I feel like it's like that one, to be honest. I don't know. This might be game
I
over.
don't know. Yeah, I think game over. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I think it's
Unless if
game
you want to
over.
sacrifice yourself, Blake, I mean, thank you for supporting the cause, but no, mm-mm,
Hey, that's what
no.
happens. That's what happens in the movie. So, I mean, kinda. They both stick their arms in, but one of them, he goes too far and dies. So, um, okay, where is that one? Let me put that one in the tier list, and then we'll move to the next one. Uh,
How many movies
oh,
are
here it
there of
is.
Saw? Like, my
There's
goodness.
we just are finishing what? The fifth one, I think.
I
And
think, yeah.
yeah, there's not as many traps in the other ones, but um yeah, we only have a handful more roughly. But we can let's speed through these. Um I don't think
Okay.
we don't have to break them down each one. So so okay, this one's easy. Shotgun chair. All right, you're strapped to a chair. Um Let's see. Strapped to the arm. So okay, you're strapped to the armrest of the chair via leather restraints. Positioned in front of him, in front of you, is a shotgun in an upright position aimed at your head. The shotgun is held in the position by another leather restraint bound around your chest. Additionally, the trigger is connected to the arm restraints by a thin cord, which would be pulled if you tried to move your arms too much. So I guess I'm not sure, so we're skipping that one. Next is okay, the glass coffin. All right, so it's located in a room in an underground tunnel network. The walls to the right and the left of the door are made of thick, solid metal. Once the game begins, they would start to move towards each other and ultimately slowly crush you between them. The only way to escape is to go into a glass coffin, which is
Mm,
located in the center of the room in a prone position. The coffin itself was an elongated glass box filled with several glass shards. Once the door of the coffin is closed, it is automatically locked by metal screws. Under the ceiling of the room is a grate with 2 tanks on it. These tanks are connected to the coffin by tubes, which would fill it with enough oxygen for you to survive in the coffin for a short amount of time. Additionally, the coffin is connected to a gear system. Once the game begins, the system is activated, causing the coffin to be lowered down. After the game, it is transported to an adjacent room where it is opened again, enabling you to leave it easily. So the question is, if a tape recorder tells you, get into this metal coffin, now you don't know the walls are going to close. It just says, get into this metal coffin, and anything inside it will be safe. Are you getting into the metal coffin?
Yes, cause trust the process.
All right, then. You are ready to play. All right. All right, next movie, Saw 6. Okay, quick one. Pound of flesh. Two victims, me and you. The game takes place in a room which is divided in two segments by two metal grates in the middle of the room. Between these grates is a large scale. On each side of the room is a table with a knife and a meat cleaver attached to it by a chain and a tube lying on it. Each of the two victims, us, has a mechanic, whoa, a, a mechanic device on our heads with screws pointing at our temples. Once the game begins, we have 60 seconds to use the cutting tools provided for us to cut off our flesh and throw it on the scale. Whoever manages to sacrifice more flesh will survive, while the other one will be killed by the mechanic device as the screws would then pierce the person's skull. So are you cutting off flesh to save yourself?
No, no,
You're
absolutely
just
not.
you're just gonna let yourself die?
Yeah, I don't want to do that. Mm-mm. Grab me
Um
a whiskey. I'll watch you do your work. Have fun, buddy.
Again, the whiskey, of course. All right, fair enough. Fair enough then. We'll throw that in game over. Okay, next. Trial. So the victim, so your name is William in this case scenario. You wake up, you're trapped in an abandoned Rowan uh, zoolo- zoological institute. Within 60 minutes, you have to face a series of tests in order to save your sister, who is trapped at the zoo, as well and was able to watch you progress over a surveillance monitor. Furthermore, you have four explosive straps attached to each of your limbs. They consist of short leather straps. Additionally, they were all secured by ordinary key locks. Each one of the bracelets contained a small explosive charge, which would rip up your limbs if you don't complete the game in time or try to move forward in an attempt to evade the tests. After each successful test, you obtain a key to open one of the straps. So the first one, the oxygen crusher. So basically, um, the first part of the trial. It's the first part of the trial. Um, both men were trapped in two large identical contraptions. These contraptions consisted of two big metal clamps aiming at their bodies from their sides. William, that's you, and Hank are kept in their position by chains around their arms and a leather restraints around their stomach. Both of them have breathing masks on their face. Once the game begins, a highly sensitive pump measured their breathing activity. Each time one of them breathes, the clamps would close in on their chest and thereby eventually crushing their body. The only way for one of them to survive um, was is the death of the other one. Once the game is over, the clamps around the winner's body move back and the chains around the person's arms are opened automatically. So basically, would you be able to hold your breath longer than the other person?
Maybe.
So we got to throw this
That's
one
a
in
maybe.
maybe.
Yeah.
I agree because this other person could be like an Olympic swimmer, bro.
Yeah,
They could hold
exactly.
their breath for time. Like, yeah, that's a maybe. All right, next, the gallows. So the victims in this trap are Addie and Alan. It's the second part of your trial, and is located inside a large empty aquarium. Both Alan and Addie are standing on small platforms with their hands strapped behind their backs. Additionally, both of them had a noose made of barbed wire around their necks. To survive, they had to rely on your help. Before the aquarium's glass pane was a panel with two handles that are attached to chains. Well, you have to take the handles. However, only one of the participants could survive. Therefore, you have to let go of one handle in order to save the other person. Over the course of the game, the chains to which the handles are attached are occasionally pulled tight. Once you have made your decision, Alan and Addie are released from their straps, and the platform of the one who was sentenced to death will fall back, causing the person to be hung by the wire noose. So, are you willing to cause one to die in order to save another?
Yes.
Okay, so would you say ready to play?
Yeah, ready to play.
All right then. And you do know both of them, but okay.
Uh, yeah, it's fine. I can
It's
always
fine.
be new friends.
I'm sure I like one over the other.
Yeah.
All right, next one, the steam maze. The victim of this trap is you. It's the third part of the trial at the Rowan, whatever. The room itself was divided in two levels. So basically, you're chained to a wall on the lower floor. A device is strapped to your chest, which will be activated after 90 seconds and thereby shoot a pointy metal rod through your head. Once the game begins, you have to progress through a passage leading to the other side of the room. The way is closed. The way is enclosed by a cage, giving you little room for movement. To survive, you have to rely on help from some guy you kind of know that you work with. And he's standing on a catwalk above you. At 2 points in the passage, um, there are two small tunnels which you have to crawl through. They are, however, blocked by steam coming from a row of pipes with high pressure. Each time you reach one of these passages, William has to pull a lever. This would divert the steam and cause it to burn William, his arms and shoulders, while enabling you on the lower floor to pass the tunnels. Once you make it to the end, there's a ladder leading up to a small room on the same level as the catwalk. There are several photos which tell you that the key to the trap around your chest is hidden inside William's body. Additionally, you're provided with a power saw to cut the key out of William's body, while probably killing him in the process. So basically, the guy who just helped you get out of this trap, are you willing to then kill him to save yourself?
Let me actually think about this one real quick.
It is a little bit trickier because in this case scenario, he helped you and burned
You
himself
know,
in order to help you. So do you then kill him to
you
save
know
yourself?
what? A game's a game.
He did
Goodbye,
burn
bud.
himself to save you. And
Nah,
honestly,
guess what? I'm doing him a favor. He's going to well, I'll say, do you believe in Jesus? If he doesn't, he's going to hell. If he does, he's heaven. So boom. Not my problem. A
hey,
game's a
he
game,
didn't burn
buddy.
himself for nothing, he
Yeah.
burned himself to save you. So
Yeah, exactly.
so
And
ready
go to
to
heaven.
I would say ready to play then, right?
Yeah, I think the next one though I will have to get off because I gotta work in the
Okay. Um okay, we only have two more in this movie. So
Yeah,
let's do
let's
these
finish
last
yeah,
two.
finish the movie, yeah.
Okay. No problem. All right.
I didn't realize how many Saw movies there were.
Yeah, there's
Like Friday the
nine.
13th.
Yeah,
Well, there's
well,
fucking I thought there was 5.
no, there's nine. The 10th one comes out this coming up Friday.
Oh my good dude, Saw is legit the horror film of Fast and Furious.
It is. They used to release one every year.
Oh my what?
Yeah.
Dude, like I'm over here bitching about Fast and Furious.
I know. I know. But okay, all right, last two. the shotgun carousel. All right,
Okay.
so basically,
Oh,
there's
that's
a bunch of people that work for you. They all work for you, and they're strapped on a carousel, and they're going around and around and around, and it stops. There's six of them, roughly, and it'll stop every once in a while on one person, and the shotgun in front of them will kill them. However, you can only save. Let me see. I think three of them and the only way you can save any of them is by placing your hand under a device that will puncture your hand. Are you going to save any of them? Are you going to play this game? Or are you just going to
no,
let them
they
all
could all
die?
die. Yep. Bye. Yep. Have fun, guys.
So is this a game over?
For them, yes. For me, I'm just
Well, yeah, for you, I mean, you're surviving no matter what, but you're not
yeah.
playing the
I'm
game,
golden,
so
baby. Yeah, I'm
game
not playing
over.
yo games. Have game over for y'all suckers.
Game
You
over.
better pray to your Jesus. You better pray to Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah, you better cry. You better call your mama. You better call your daddy because you ain't gonna see him no more. You ain't coming back for no more.
Dang. All right, that's
You
game
better
over for
call
that one.
your baby.
All right, last one for the night. The acid room. So the victims of this trap are Tara and Brent Abbott, as well as Pamela Jenkins. So it's the fifth and final part of your trial. The acid room was divided into three segments, while the central part of the room was the entrance area. The left and right part of the room were formerly used as animal enclosures and were separated from the middle segment with metal grids. In both of these rooms is a large tank containing hydrofluoric acid. The tank in the left room was connected to the sprinklers at the ceiling. To survive, Pamela, who is trapped in this room, has to rely on the help of you. You have to reach the enclosures within 60 minutes. Otherwise, Pamela will be killed by the acid coming from the sprinklers. The tank in the second enclosure, where Tara and Brent, were trapped, is connected to a contraption in the middle room by several tubes. This contraption, which is mounted to the ceiling, is in fact a large heavy metal grid with long pointy needles attached to it. Additionally, there was a panel with a lever in the enclosure with the words "Live" written above and "Die" below it. Right in front of the cage is a pressure plate on the bottom, which supplied the panel with power. If the lever was set to live, all participants in the game would survive. However, if it was set to die, the contraption to the center of the room would swing down and pierce the body of you if he stood on the pressure plate with the needles. Afterwards, you will be injected with the acid and dissolved from the inside. So okay, actually I know how to do this one. Otherwise I would just skip it, but since it's the last one, instead of you being the guy who might die, you are in the cage with the lever that says live or die. And you've been told
Mhm.
that you can either basically the guy who's standing on the platform is an insurance guy. He runs an insurance company and he denied insurance for a treatment that would save your father's life. Are you going to forgive him and allow him to live? Are you gonna flip the dial to let him die?
Yeah, I'll save him, let him live because, frankly, it's. Well, I mean, I know insurance companies are kind of bitches anyway, so I mean, it's just not. It's probably not even his fault. Like he's probably doing his company policy, and he doesn't know what's good. So I'll live.
All right, fair enough. Cool. Well, unfortunately, obviously, we didn't get to the seventh movie or the eighth or ninth, but that's all right. Because to be honest, right, the seventh movie is the last movie that's like super connected, and then after that
Yeah,
one, eight is literally a remake, and nine is technically another remake. So at that point, they almost replicate the traps that we've already kind of gone through. So
oh, okay.
yeah, so there
I
weren't
mean,
really that many left that we didn't get to. So
that's
um,
that's to me, it just amazes me how many movies they actually have. I didn't realize this.
it's impressive. I mean, it's impressive that they're able to come up with all these crazy traps,
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
so many movies in a
it's
row.
and it's just like, and also you just sit here and think about like what type of person just sit like whoever flipping made these movies probably needs to go to an insane asylum or get arrested or something. Like, cause like how do you think of this stuff? Like for me, I don't think of like how to kill people, like
Exactly.
or how like how the most evil sadistic way to like make people like die. Like I don't think of this stuff. I mean, there's
No.
probably like it's just something I wouldn't believe in, and it's just I mean I knowing the world. I mean, it's not too crazy to think that someone would probably do this one day or do something like
That's
this. So,
terrifying to think about. Honestly, that's the
yeah,
scariest part of Saw is
that this
honestly
could act
like
like
it
these
could
could
happen.
actually be like, and from what I'm hearing, because I'm saying, people, I've never seen any of the movies.
Right.
I've seen a little bit of the video game,
Right.
like, and that's obviously take that with a grain of salt. But like from what I'm hearing, these contraptions can really be made. Like with the
Yeah.
bar or not the barbed wire, yes, that can be real. The tripwire, yes. I mean, all that is real. Like all that can happen. I mean, just I'm sitting here thinking about like this like in like I know it's a movie like but the sick and sadistic mind of someone to do that to another human being.
Yeah.
uh I personally could not never do that to another human being. Like I mean, I'm sitting here like, yeah, screw their life, like obviously if I'm in that situation I'm going to be different, but sitting here actually saying like saying that, I mean, realistically a good message I would say about Saw is like about like those parts is that hey, um that am I really the bad, like what I is Jigsaw, that's his name,
Yeah,
Jigsaw
Jigsaw.
really saying is saying hey, am I really the bad guy if I'm giving you the chance to kill these people and you're taking the chance to kill them. I think that's another good message here. It's like, is he, I mean, yes, he's the bad guy, let's all admit that he's the bad guy. You are as equally bad. It's like the train scenario. Would you
Mhm.
save five people, or would you to kill the one person, or would you let one person live and to kill the five people and not be framed for murder?
Right.
It's like that. I mean,
Well, see, but
but
that's the fascinating thing with these Saw movies is the whole the whole thing. Like Jigsaw's whole thing is he always says in every movie, "I'm not a murderer. I give everyone a chance at life." Is his whole thing because he claims that by putting people through these traps, because every victim of Jigsaw that's not a victim of like an accomplice of Jigsaw, but actually from Jigsaw, is someone who has had a problem or something bad. Like the girl who goes through the reverse bear trap, she was a druggie. She had a major drug addiction, and she ends up becoming his accomplice because she feels like he freed her from her drug addiction.
yeah,
So it's kind of that interesting thing of like, I don't know. I mean, there's definitely a fascination, at least from me, when it comes to the Saw movies, just in the messages they're sending. Like, it is kind of interesting. Like, what would you do to survive? Would you give up bad things that are in your life? Would you really pay? Would you be willing to pay for bad things you've done in your own life by, doing? I don't know. It's interesting.
yeah, no, exactly. I think now I hope it never actually happens in real life, but I
Oh
mean, of
no,
course,
never. Please
but
don't.
yeah, no, it's interesting because I mean, we can both probably sit here and say that we'll never do those things. I mean, we both got careers coming up. Uh, but it's just, yeah, it's just no.
Yeah, it's crazy. Um, well, nevertheless, thank you so much, Dom, for joining me tonight. I hope you had fun.
Oh, I
Um,
did. I mean, in a way, I learned about a new I franchise movie franchise that I'll be honest, I probably won't watch.
Yeah, I
But
get it.
I know that there's a new movie coming out, so if people that enjoy it, I really hope that you enjoy it, and I hope that it's good. I
Same.
know I hear nothing but good things about these movies from people that
Really
actually enjoy it. Yes, but
interesting.
I personally am not a fan of horror movies. The only horror movie I can say I've seen was Friday the 13th, the very first one, which wasn't scary at all.
No, it's not that
Um,
good, to be honest.
yeah, and also I've seen a movie called Tucker and Dale versus Evil, which is like a comedy movie.
I've heard of that. I've not seen it, but I know
it's,
what you're talking
it's
about.
actually funny. It's really funny. Um, but it's really. I mean, it just goes to show. Like I said, I know I'm not gonna see it, but it's just preference. You know, you guys enjoy what you want. I'll
Sure.
enjoy my Fast and Furious movies that are dog shit. Um, it's just an equal bend. It's just
Sure, yeah, I get that. But yeah, no.
well, it's like,
We'll definitely
I want to enjoy the Fast and Furious, but it's just like, God damn it, I have to enjoy it now.
I mean, yeah, fair enough. You're already so many movies in. But let us know in the
Sadly.
comments, anybody who's watching this long into the video, because I doubt anybody's watching it live. And if you are, I'm very grateful that you're here.
I'm sorry.
It's awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Uh,
We're very grateful.
Also, I just want to point this out real quick. That box that tells me how my internet's doing has been red this whole time. It's green right now. It freaking would be green now when we're starting
Of
to wrap
course.
up the stream.
When I'm gonna go to bed and I'm going to have a nice sleep, dream about not dying, probably dream of cars and
Oh, yeah.
shit
And family.
and family.
Yeah. But no, we
Look, dude,
definitely
that is like the best part about. I feel like it's like and family, and I'm playing the flippin' Vin Diesel theme song also.
well, definitely, guys, hit the like button, smash the like button if you want to see Dom and I react to the Fast and the Furious movies. Like I said, I've not seen any of them, so uh, and Dom seems to have a love-hate relationship with it. So let us know if you want to see us react to them together. That would be, I'm sure that would be so much fun to do. And let us know what traps you would survive, which traps you wouldn't survive. Do you think we did well with our tier list? Do you think, does it line up with your guys' opinions? Let us know. And let us know about the traps we didn't get to. Would you survive those ones? Based on how we've kind of talked about the traps, you probably have a good idea on how we feel about survival and traps and stuff. So
Mhm.
let us know in the comments. Would we survive? Do you think? Or no? Let us know in the comments. I'm sure that would be fun for Dom and I to kind of look through the comments to see what you guys have to
Yeah,
say. Um, and also, yeah, we just gotta do more videos together, Dom. It's honestly a round of applause to you because even though